You want to try to get down as close as you can to the internal uh, part of that bale and measure there. And as a quality perspective, it's best if the hay temperature stays well below 130 because we're going to be losing some nutrients if it heats up that much. But as a fire, we don't have to worry too much at 130. It can go to 150. If we get to 150, it's likely to get even hotter. At 180, we're pushing a potential for a fire. And if we're measuring 200 somewhere, then we've got a fire present somewhere in that barn or in that bale. And let's say if you are getting between 150 and 180, you better call the fire department, then move the hay. That's going to be your safest option. But that's your Tuesday's County Agent's Corner. And let's get revved up for some random facts here on the Joe Show.
There you go. We love it. Tyler Miller with the County Agent's Corner, brought to you by Bluegrass South Livestock Market. All right, Tyler, before you go, it's time for random facts you may not know, but I want you to know, so I'm going to let you know. Tyler, are you ready?
I've been waiting since Monday morning.
All right, here we go. These random facts here in the Joe Show, proudly sponsored by Tyler Miller and the Lincoln County Extension Office. All right, Tyler, fact number one, there's a phenomenon called latchkey incontinence. And it describes the feeling when you feel like you have to pee worse and worse the closer and closer you get to a toilet.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yes, like you can't make it to the toilet in time. You keep on having to pee worse and worse the closer you get to it. That's called latchkey incontinence. There's a phenomenon, literally, and that's what it's called.
That's cool.
Yeah. Number two, baked beans are not baked. They're actually stewed. Stewed beans.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love baked beans.
Number three, the first video to be played twice on MTV was You Better You Bet by The Who. It was the fourth video they played and the 55th video they played, the first video that was played twice on MTV.
Okay.
Yeah. And number four, the switch to daylight savings time could be even worse. One of the original plans was to set the clocks forward 20 minutes every Sunday in April. That way you get, close to an hour or whatever it may be in April. Of course, 20 minutes every Sunday. You have 4 or 5 Sundays in April. It's more than an hour. But so you're jumping ahead, or falling behind or whatever, way more than you would be on the typical just setting the clocks forward.
Yeah, I wouldn't like that.
No, yeah, so there you go. Tyler Miller with the Lincoln County Extension Office. Tyler, appreciate you being on this morning. We'll talk to you again tomorrow morning, okay?
That's the deal.
All right, Tyler, bye.
Bye.
Tyler Miller, Lincoln County Extension Office, in this morning's County Agent's Corner. It's 7:44 in the morning, 54 degrees here in Danville. We're heading out west of the world of WHIR. Coming up next.
Lee's Famous Recipe of Danville is honored to have served this community since 1972. They're excited to announce they are offering even more $5.99 lunch specials. Choose from Lee's 2-piece breast strip, 2-piece dark chicken, chicken slider, or a barbecue chicken sandwich. All specials come with a side of your choice, along with a regular drink and an apple pie or cookie. Wednesday's Customer Appreciation Day. Come on in and ask for the Wednesday special. 3 pieces of Famous Crispy or strips, 2 sides of your choice, hot homestyle buttermilk biscuit, all $1 off the regular price. Don't feel like cooking tonight? Try one of their family meals. They come in options of 8, 12, 16, or 20-piece selections with your choice of sides. They specialize in catering, so if you need to cater a wedding, office party, funeral, birthday party, or any other special event, call them at 859-236-8777, 236-8777 for a free quote. Let them do all the work for you. They're located at 610 South 4th Street. Drive through or come on in. Lee's Famous Recipe, serving the best chicken in Danville for over 40 years.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky has advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals for the second time in history. Last night, with the game tied at 2-all in the bottom of the 6th, UK put together 3 doubles to score twice and hold on for a 4-2 win over Indiana. 12th-seeded Kentucky will visit 5th-seed LSU this weekend in a best 2 out of 3. The crowd of 6,796 at Kentucky Proud Park was the largest to ever see the Cats play. The Mercer County boys are the Class 2A state track and field champions. Bo Brown of the Titans won the 100-meter dash, plus the 200 and 400-meter dashes, where he set new records for Class 2A. The Boyle County boys were 5th in the state in 2A. Mercer County was 3rd in the girls' competition in 2A. T East won 4 events, the triple jump, 100 meters, 400 meters, and 200 meters. Big Blue Nation has its eyes on a couple of men's basketball players for this coming season. 6'9" small forward Jordan Burke from Florida is on the UK campus for a visit right now. He's rated a 4-star player. The other is 6'5" wing Joey Hart from Indiana, who shoots the 3 very well. Hart plans to visit UK this week, too. In Major League Baseball, rookie left-hander Andrew Abbott made his Major League debut last night as Cincinnati blanked Milwaukee 2-0. Abbott threw 6 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit and 4 walks while striking out 6. Stuart Fairchild and Tyler Stevenson had solo homers for the Reds. And in the NHL Finals last night, Las Vegas skated past Florida 7-2. The Golden Knights lead the Panthers 2-0 for Stanley's Cup. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Buyer beware. No matter what you're in the market for, it's buyer beware. This is Lauren from B&L Jewelers. Every day we see people come into B&L Jewelers and want us to look at the great deal they got online or at a discount jewelry store. Usually, the item they bought is not really what they thought they were getting, which leads to disappointment. Love gets better with B&L Jewelers. Here at B&L Jewelers, we try to educate you on the diamond you are buying. So when you give the gift of love, you have all the confidence of your decision to buy from B&L Jewelers was the correct one. We back up all of our jewelry with a lifetime guarantee and a trade-up policy, which you will receive full credit of the purchase price for your diamond in the future. As always, we offer special financing and 6 months free layaway. Come and see us here at B&L Jewelers today in the Danville Manor Shopping Center. Love gets better with B&L Jewelers.
Republic Services of Kentucky offers a single-source solution for all of your disposal needs, servicing residential, commercial, and industrial customers with offerings that include recycling and other disposal options. You have enough to worry about on a daily basis. Leave waste disposal to Republic Services. They'll handle it from there. For a quote or to discuss services, reach out to republicservices.com or give them a call at 859-263-2000. 263-2000.
Do you have a sunroom, a man cave, a she shed, or a frog? It's a finished room over a garage that needs heat or air. Did you know one of Kentucky's largest ductless mini-split distributors is located in Danville? The HVAC outlet offers the best ductless mini-splits on the market that you can install yourself, or they can assist with installation. Prices start at only $6.99. Call the HVAC outlet, 859-209-1112, or swing by 308 Fackler Street in Danville. All equipment is in stock.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends. They're over at Cattleman's Roadhouse. Treat yourself to a delicious meal at Cattleman's, where everyone in the family is certified something to tastify their taste buds. Cattleman's Roadhouse, Danville Bypass. A great steak truly is just the beginning. You get widespread haze early this morning. That looks like it's starting to lift out of here. Sunshine, a high today 83. A low tonight 59. Tomorrow mostly clear, a high of 50. Tomorrow mostly cloudy. High of 71. Rain showers tomorrow. Clear tomorrow night into Thursday, where you get 76 as the high on Thursday. Right now it's 7:50 in the morning. It is 54 degrees right here in Danville. 238-9447 is the phone number to call in this morning. 238-WHIR. Today is June the 6th. It's National Yo-Yo Day today. National Yo-Yo Day. If it seems like yo-yos have been around forever, it's because they have. They're like 2,000 years old. Some believe it all started in ancient Greece, but modern yo-yos likely came from the Philippines. In fact, the word yo-yo first appeared in the Filipino dictionary in 1860, so even the word yo-yo came from the Filipino dictionary, but they didn't become popular stateside until the 1930s. That's when a Filipino man, Pedro Flores, began mass-producing yo-yos in 1928, held a couple of promotional competitions, yo-yo competitions, and caught the eye of a guy named Donald Duncan Sr., who thought, these stinking yo-yo things are awesome. Duncan went to Flores. He offered him enough money to buy Flores out. He hired Flores back to run the marketing campaigns, and the rest is National Yo-Yo Day history. The Duncan Yo-Yo. Today, National Yo-Yo Day. It's also National Drive-In Movie Day, which always falls on June the 6th every single year. That's the anniversary of the first ever drive-in movie opening in the United States. Even though many people prefer to watch movies in their homes or on their phones, a lot of people cherish that tradition of driving into the park and watching a movie on a large screen while munching on their favorite food. I've been to one drive-in theater my entire life. It was the Twin Hills Drive-In in Harrodsburg, back when they had that open. My mom, my brother, and me, I believe it was just us three, went and watched a drive-in movie at the Twin Hills Drive-In Theater. This was probably 10 years ago when it was still open. It was Maleficent was one movie, and I cannot remember the other movie. And it was cool. It was fun. It was kind of hard to hear. And you almost felt like with the double showing, it was too much. There was too many movies. You know, like I was almost mentally worn down because I had to watch two movies in a row. I get it. It's cool. You get to drive in and watch the movie from the back of your truck or in the car. You can turn your radios on and listen to it. But for some reason, the sound wasn't all that loud, and it just seemed like it was too much. Two movies is too much for me. I'm not a double feature movie guy. I'm a one movie guy. That's enough for me. On to the next thing. But today, National Drive-In Movie Day. You can celebrate that day accordingly here on the Joe Show. It's 7:52. Let's book a flight. Head out west to the world of weird, where celebrities live. The showbiz segment, celebrity news, the weirdos that live in Hollywood. Alrighty, here we go. Story number one coming from Martha Stewart. The pandemic made a lot of people realize that work isn't life. Work isn't life, and work isn't life. And there should be a clear boundary between the two. Well, Martha Stewart doesn't roll like that. She's more of an old-school slave driver type. Like, if you work for her, you better be available, like, all the time. One time she called an employee on a Sunday, and the guy told her he couldn't talk because he was taking a bath. She says, quote, I knew I couldn't work with that person. I just couldn't. She adds, quote, if you can't talk on a Sunday and you take umbrage that I'm calling you on a Sunday, you know, if you're a terribly religious person, I take that into consideration, but I knew this guy was not a religious person. It's exciting. Business is exciting. I want people to feel that way about business. In her defense, Martha's own work ethic is off the charts. She's down for whatever, whenever, wherever. Quote, there's no hierarchy in my life. I will wash the floor if I have to wash the floor. I'll take out the garbage if nobody else is taking out the garbage. The CEO should be available to everybody at all times, if possible. Okay, Taylor Swift never commented on the ignorant things her boyfriend said earlier this year, and maybe she never will because they've already broken up. Taylor was first spotted hanging out with Matt Healy of the 1975 in May, shortly after she ended her 6-year romantic relationship with Joe Alwyn, but her own fans kind of turned on her because of some racist, misogynistic, and homophobic comments that Matty made in a podcast back in February. There's no word if that had anything to do with their breakup. A source says, quote, they're both extremely busy and realize they're not really compatible with each other. Taylor's friends want what's best for her and aren't shocked that the relationship fizzled out since she recently got out of a long-term relationship. The relationship was so brief that Taylor only got enough material for one album, so we'll see how that works out. And Michael J. Fox appeared at a convention called Fan Expo in Philadelphia over the weekend, and things almost got tragic. Michael did a panel with his Back to the Future co-stars Christopher Lloyd and Tom Wilson, who played Biff. As Michael took the stage and was making his way to the couch where he was going to sit, he tripped and fell forward. Luckily, he landed on the couch, so he was okay. He even played it off by jumping to his feet, then back down on the couch. Michael's rep says he's, quote, doing great, but it's still scary watching him fall, especially since he just recently talked about how dangerous that can be for Parkinson's sufferers. Quote, now I've started to break stuff. I broke this arm and this arm, broke this elbow, broke my face, I broke my hand from falling, which is a big killer with Parkinson's. Michael J. Fox fell at a convention, but he's okay. Taylor Swift and Matty Healy broke up. And if you work with Martha Stewart, you better be available at all times, even if you're taking a bath on a Sunday. That's what's going on in this morning's world of weird. It's 7:55 in the morning. Let's go to Melton's Deli in Danville. Grab ourselves a French dip sandwich today with the Swiss or provolone cheese on it. Comes on a sub bun. This sandwich is thick. It's got a thick layer of roast beef on it. It's got the melted cheese. It comes with the au jus sauce that you dip the sandwich in. It is a phenomenal sandwich. And Melton's, I guess, just got a hankering to start making this. And it was able to have one Friday. If you have not tried one out, I highly recommend you try one out. I think the price was $7.99, and this is a massive sandwich. It's a great deal for the price they charge at Melton's Deli in Danville. The French dip Swiss sandwich. Tell them this morning that you heard it on the Joe Show. You want to try it out, and this is only available at the East Main Melton's location. That's Melton's Deli number 1 across from the post office. Is the only Melton's out of the 2 that's serving this French dip Swiss sandwich. If you don't want that one, that's fine. Melton's Deli number 2 obviously has a great menu of sandwiches in their own right. Melton's Deli number 1 on East Main. Melton's Deli number 2 next to Danville Cinemas 8 on Ben Ally Drive. But the French dip sandwich is your sandwich of the day from Melton's Deli number 1 on East Main. And tell them this morning you heard it on the Joe Show. It's 7:56 and a half. It's 54 degrees. A little bit chilly here in Danville on this Tuesday morning.
Hey, it's me again. That's right, I'm Jerry Farmer, and I'm still cutting up. Still Cutting Up is the place to go when you need a fresh cut or a mini afro. Perms, colors, nails, too. Braids, highlights, and even updo. I know you done heard of us, so get with it. I know you need your hair did. Here's our digit, 238-7899. Bob your head while I rhyme. 24/7, we won't be beat. 365 on South 4th Street. See ya. See ya.
This is Randy Gipp Graham. If you want to start your weekend off in a winning way, propelling you into a new work week, then join with our team every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock on the Kentucky Power Hour. Sure, we talk current events, politics, a little sports, and a lot about leadership, but with you, the listener, in mind. So start your day off in a winning way.
Rise and shine, champions.
Right here on the Happy Station, AM 1230, WHIR.
The Kentucky Power Hour on 1230 WHIR. Darling.
Be prepared for what Mother Nature brings. Keep up to date with weather forecasts here every hour on WHIR.
Now you know it's Tuesday, and we say hooray, 'cause at least it's Tuesday, and it's not Monday. The weekend's looking so far away, so there is nothing else I can say except it's Tuesday. We sing all day long, sing along. Yes, we know it's Tuesday, much to our dismay. But at least it's Tuesday, and it's not Monday. Next comes Wednesday, and then comes Thursday, and Friday too. But it's Tuesday today. Yes, it's Tuesday now, so don't have a cow. Because it is Tuesday.
Yep, 7:59 in the morning on this Tuesday, June the 6th. James the gardener has just walked in. We'll be talking with James in about 40 minutes or so. He'll give us a gardening tip at 8:40 this morning. Right now, he is scouting out the Burke's Bakery donuts. See, what did you grab, James? A ginger snap, one of those ginger spice bars, I think is what it is, which is the gingerbread man without the icing on it, the spice bar. So James is getting himself a nice breakfast in this morning, at least a sweet, delicious breakfast in this morning with a spice bar. Go by Burke's Bakery, grab yourself a jelly-filled donut, a couple of gingerbread men, maybe a chocolate glazed, and call yourself a happy man or a happy woman starting your morning off that way. Coming up at the 8 o'clock hour, at 8:10, we have Georgia from the Boyle County Public Library. At 8:20 this morning, we typically have Randy, but Randy will not be in this morning. So we'll see what's gone on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember at 8:20 this morning. 8:40, James the Gardener. Dusty will join us as well around 8:50, but he's officially on the air at 9:10 for the Kentucky Music Preview. And at 9:35, either Ann Yeager or Mary Stiff Hamlin joins us for Tuesdays with Stiff. It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 8 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Explosions at a Soviet-era dam in Russian-controlled southern Ukraine sent torrents of floodwaters across the region Monday, with each side blaming the other. The Kakhovka Dam was built in the 1950s and holds back an amount of water nearly equivalent to the Great Salt Lake in Utah. The reservoir supplies water to the Russian-controlled Crimean Peninsula and the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, the largest in Europe. Former Vice President Mike Pence is officially running for president in 2024. Pence filed the paperwork to enter the race yesterday, noting a growing field of candidates vying for the Republican nomination. He's expected to publicly launch his campaign with a rally in Des Moines on Wednesday. The governors of California and Florida are at war over migrants. California Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom is threatening a lawsuit over the arrival of 16 migrants in Sacramento on a private charter plane. He believes Florida Republican governor and 2024 presidential candidate Ron DeSantis is behind the move. He calls the Sunshine State's leader a small, pathetic man. The director of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is leaving the agency. More from Brian Shook.
On Monday, an ICE spokesperson announced Tay Johnson plans to retire at the end of the month after leading the agency since 2021. The announcement comes less than a week after the chief of U.S. Border Patrol also said he would be stepping down. I'm Brian Shook.
The House Oversight Chairman is beginning the process to hold FBI Director Christopher Wray in contempt of Congress. Mark Mayfield reports.
After reviewing a document claiming President Biden was involved in a criminal bribery scheme and being briefed by officials, Republican James Comer said the FBI refused to hand over the unclassified record to the House panel. The FBI originally offered to let Comer look at the document at FBI headquarters, but after Comer said he would hold Wray in contempt of Congress, the Bureau offered to bring it to Capitol Hill to review it in a secure area.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
No child should go uninsured. That's the mantra of K-CHIP, the Kentucky Children's Health Insurance Program. Now that expands to pregnant women. Today, we're talking to Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman about the expanded benefits of K-CHIP.
That's right. A pregnant woman may now qualify for K-CHIP. This means all the mother's medical expenses with the pregnancy and delivery, plus 12 months after the new mom delivers, are now covered under K-CHIP.
How do you sign up for K-CHIP? Do you need to qualify?
K-CHIP is a form of Medicaid, so the family must meet income guidelines. For example, a family of 4 can make up to $63,000 a year and still qualify for K-CHIP. This is no-cost insurance for children up to age 19, and now mothers during pregnancy and the year after.
How does someone find out more information?
The easiest way is to search online for the Kentucky Children's Health Insurance Program, or K-CHIP. That's KCHIP.
A resident of the collapsed Iowa apartment building is suing its owner, the city of Davenport, and engineers and contractors who worked on the building. Structural engineering expert Ali Kilsheimer says the responsibility falls on engineers to let authorities know if something looks unsafe.
If you tell your client, that's fine, but your client isn't the authority. That they're the ones that might be responsible for keeping people out or into the building.
The lawsuit alleges that defendants knew the building was failing, but intentionally kept tenants in the dark even though their lives were in danger. The suit was filed on behalf of Dana Feuerbach, who was a resident at the Davenport building when the building collapsed on May 28th, killing 3 residents. It says the structural damage that caused the collapse had been worsening for years. Just days before the collapse, Select Structural Engineering released a report with the city that said large patches of brick appear ready to fall imminently and warned that it was at risk of crumbling. Apple is unveiling its new $3,500 Vision Pro virtual reality headset. Jacob Ward has more on the announcement from CEO Tim Cook.
Introducing Apple Vision Pro.
Apple revealing a mixed reality headset, its first new product in years.
You can see, hear, and interact with digital content just like it's in your physical space.
The company made the announcement Monday at its Worldwide Developers Conference event in California. Built with 5 sensors, 6 microphones, and 12 cameras, the pair of goggles will be available in the U.S. starting in early 2024. CEO Tim Cook says the Vision Pro will introduce people to new forms of spatial computing. The headset also includes Apple's first fully 3D interface.
I don't feel this need to compete. I find it fiercely annoying.
Bling Empire star Anna Shea is dead. The 62-year-old's family shared the news of her death from a stroke in a statement from Netflix on Monday. Michael Kastner.
Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know. Generations of serving our community, immunizations, prescriptions, and so much more. Helpful people, free local delivery, mobile app refills right to your door. Visit SuttonRx.com. Sutton Pharmacy, friendly service from people you know.
In Lancaster on Maple Avenue.
So creamy it melts in your mouth. Mom Blakeman's candy.
Mom Blakeman's has made the world's best cream pull candy, and we have been making potato candy. We ship all over the world and have it in many retail stores. You are welcome to stop by our shop in Lancaster to sample or purchase any of our 7 flavors of cream pull candy and potato candy. We have a variety of tubs and tins available. Visit our website at momblakeman'scandy.com or call 800-542-4607.
At Linex of Danville, we offer an undercoating that protects your vehicle against road salt and gravel, which helps prevent rust, prolong the life of your vehicle. Along with the rust inhibitor, gives your vehicle total rust protection. Call for a free quote at 859-209-4033 or stop in and see us at 935 Stanford Road in Danville.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's the 6th day of June. That is 060623 on our calendar, a day where we get sunshine and a high of 83. Forecast comes your way. News comes up here right now. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court has applied for a land and water conservation grant to what they hope will go to upgrade the Junction City Park. Those upgrades would go to benefit the Junction City Park Pavilion, which was built courtesy of a similar grant 40 years ago. If they get the grant, the upgrades would include a new pavilion with handicapped accessible restrooms, upgrading the basketball courts, the grill, new picnic tables, and inclusive playground equipment, amongst other things. Pioneer Playhouse opens up this weekend. It's the 74th year under the stars as Pioneer Playhouse will open up on Friday with the world premiere event of Blood Suede Shoes, a Sergeant Elvis Presley murder mystery. It's written by local playwright Robbie Henson. That play will run Tuesdays through Saturdays through July 1st. Then after that, it's Farce of Nature from July 4th through the 22nd. Then Kosher Lutherans from July 25th through August 12th. The season ends with a special stand-up comedy weekend with Lee Cruz. You can get tickets online at pioneerplayhouse.com. Kentucky State Police is still investigating after they were contacted on Sunday afternoon regarding possible human remains in Garrett County. The initial investigation shows that human skeletal remains were found in a field off of Crab Orchard Road. That's Kentucky 39 in Garrett County. Those remains have since been taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for identification. The investigation is ongoing. A Lexington woman has been sentenced in connection to a deadly Fayette Mall shooting. Marquita Campbell was sentenced in the shooting death of LaPortia Stringer that happened near Fayette Mall back in 2019 at the intersection of Nicholasville Road and Wilson Downing. She had already pled guilty in March, which amended her charge for murder and manslaughter. She'll serve 13 years behind bars as a part of that plea deal. And who's ready for a cool down? A significant temperature drop is set for Wednesday where we get rain shower potentials, but the most satisfying part may be the cooler temperatures that come with it. We may see lows drop into the 50s midweek and highs Wednesday and Thursday into the mid to upper 70s. It's a welcome change from what we saw over the weekend where highs soared into the low 90s. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Listen to us on your smart speaker. Just ask to play our call letters. WHIR.
Terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting rules for recurring automated marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. Visit ISSA online for details.
Rachel, you look amazing. What have you been up to?
Thanks, Megan. I finally left the 9-to-5 grind and got certified as a yoga instructor by ISSA.
Wait, you're a yoga instructor now?
Yes, and I love it. I've been able to turn my passion for health and wellness into a business. It feels so good to be helping people improve their lives, and I basically get paid to look and feel great.
That's amazing. Was it hard to get certified?
No, ISSA makes it super easy. You can get certified in as as little as 5 weeks. And you do everything at your own pace and 100% online. And once you're certified, you do what you want with it. Start your own business, work at a studio, or just do it as a side hustle. Yoga instructors can make over $72,000 a year.
I need to check this out. How do I get started?
Just send them a text. It's free to get started.
Text START to 200-300 to get started today and be certified with the ISSA Yoga Alliance in as little as 5 weeks. Just text START to 200-300 right now to get started for free. Text the word START to 200-300. Text START to 200-300.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
the HVAC outlet in Danville offering the best ductless mini splits you can install yourself, or they can help you with installation. They're one of the largest distributors in the state of Kentucky. They also have heat pumps with 10-year parts warranties and financing available. Call before you buy anywhere else. Get the outlet price from the HVAC outlet in Danville. 859-209-1112. You get sunshine today, 83 and 59, the high and low. Get some rain showers in here tomorrow, high of 71, about a half an inch of rain possible. Thursday, sunshine, 76. Friday, sunshine and 80. Next best chance of rain after Wednesday comes in here, looks like on Sunday. Right now, it's 8:10 in the morning. It is 56 degrees in Danville, and we welcome on to the show Georgia from the Boyle County Public Library. Good morning, Georgia. How are you?
I am doing great. How are you today, Joe?
I'm doing great, Georgia. Appreciate you being on this morning, updating us on what's going on there at the Boyle County Public Library. So give us an update, Georgia. What's up?
Well, this is the first full week of our summer reading program, and the theme is all together now. So we have activities virtually every day this summer for all ages. So starting this morning, we are back to our outdoor in the library park story time for preschoolers and toddlers. So join us at 10:30. Bring a blanket to sit on. You're going to hear some great stories and have a lot of fun with a group of preschoolers and toddlers. Our first young adult, tween, and teen activity is this afternoon at 2 o'clock. The abstract painting program is going to go on. It's a lot of fun, a good way to get that creative energy out and to create some beautiful artwork. And tonight at 6 p.m., it is our first summer family game night. So if your family is looking for a little something to do all together, join us at 6 o'clock, play some games, eat a little bit of pizza, and have a nice, enjoyable time. This is the kind of thing that's going to be going on all summer long. Of course, Thursday morning, we have our Thursday Fun Day, so join us at 10:30 at the Jenny Rogers Community Center. We have a special event every Thursday morning through June and July, and this week it is Mr. Molecule and his fantastic friends. It's a science show. It employs special effects, puppets, animals, and lots of fun, interactive science activities. Friday night is our first Starlight movie night, so join us in the library park just at dusk as it's getting dark. We're going to have our great outdoor movie, eat some popcorn, bring the family, and I can't tell you the title. The licensing rules they don't allow us to give the title.
No.
But we're going to be watching a movie with a lot of little yellow friends who are fun and a little bit crazy.
Yes.
So.
I'm following you. I know exactly what movie you're talking about.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it either because I don't want to get in trouble either, but I know what movie you're talking about.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's a fun family movie, so make sure to bring the kids, get them all set up to watch a late night movie outside.
Yes.
And then, of course, on Saturday morning, we have a wonderful special event. The the Honey Hill Farm Petting Zoo is going to be in the library park. So join us on Saturday. You can see all kinds of great animals. And let me check the time on that. That's going to be Saturday morning, the 10th at 10 a.m. So there's so much to do at the library. It's going to be happening all summer long. Make sure you sign up so you can win prizes for every bit of reading that you do this summer. We are looking forward to seeing everybody downtown Danville enjoying a summer all together now.
There you go. We love it. Georgia with the library. Georgia, before you go, I had a question that someone messaged me, wanted me to ask you, listening to the show, and wanted me to ask you how long story time lasts. Is it 30 minutes or is it 60 minutes?
It is somewhere right in the middle. It goes to about 45 minutes.
All right.
So and then you can stay as long as you like. Come and join us inside the building, check out some books, but plan on about between 30 and 45 minutes for a story time.
Awesome stuff. Georgia, is there a website or maybe I should check the website of all the activities this summer?
Absolutely. If you look at our website, it is boylepublib.org.
Okay.
You're going to see a banner across the top of the page with the headline, Summer Reading 2023. And you tap on that Learn More button. It'll give you the full list of activities. And you can download the schedule right from our website, or you can pick up a paper copy the next time you come in the library.
There it is. Look, I'm looking at it right now, Georgia. I was on the website. You said click on Learn More. I clicked on Learn More. I'm looking at the schedule right now, so it's pretty easy to follow. Yeah, boylepublib.org. Georgia, appreciate you being on. We'll talk to you again a week from today, okay?
That sounds great. Everybody have a wonderful first week of June.
You too, Georgia. Bye.
Thank you.
Georgia DeRugia with the Boyle County Public Library. Appreciate you being on this morning, Georgia. 8:15, which means we've got sports coming your way right now with the Big Daddy, Steve Bertram, updating us on sports, and then we see what's gone on this date in pop and R&B. We'll do that later on this date in history that's made this date a date to remember right after this.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky has advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals for the second time in history. Last night, with the game tied at 2-all in the bottom of the sixth, UK put together 3 doubles to score twice and hold on for a 4-2 win over Indiana. 12th-seeded Kentucky will visit 5th-seed LSU this weekend in a best 2 out of 3. The crowd of 6,796 at Kentucky Proud Park was the largest to ever see the Cats play. The Mercer County boys are the Class 2A state track and field champions. Bo Brown of the Titans won the 100-meter dash, plus the 200 and 400-meter dashes, where he set new records for Class 2A. The Boyle County boys were 5th in the state in 2A. Mercer County was 3rd in the girls' competition in 2A. T-East won 4 events, the triple jump, 100 meters, 400 meters, and 200 meters. Big Blue Nation has its eyes on a couple of men's basketball players for this coming season. 6'9" small forward Jordan Burke from Florida is on the UK campus for a visit right now. He's rated a 4-star player. The other is 6'5" wing Joey Hart from Indiana, who shoots the 3 very well. Hart plans to visit UK this week, too. In Major League Baseball, rookie left-hander Andrew Abbott made his Major League debut last night as Cincinnati blanked Milwaukee 2-0. Abbott threw 6 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit and 4 walks while striking out 6. Stuart Fairchild and Tyler Stevenson had solo homers for the Reds. And in the NHL Finals last night, Las Vegas skated past Florida 7-2. The Golden Knights lead the Panthers 2-0 for Stanley's Cup. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Isaiah House provides holistic substance abuse treatment to help recovering addicts achieve sobriety for a lifetime.
You're looking for treatment, if you're looking for help out there, and you're a woman, you can't do it by yourself. They will welcome you in with open arms and open hands right where you're at.
Kentucky Medicaid accepted for treatment. Call Isaiah House Treatment Center today, 859-375-9200. Isaiah House Treatment Center, real hope for addiction.
When you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. What in the world? Anyway, when you're hungry, nothing hits that spot quite like a Big Mac. Okay, is that really going to happen every time I say Big Mac? Look, I can't do a Big Mac commercial of every time I say Big Mac. It does that. Get the Big Mac at McDonald's of Danville and Harrodsburg.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends over at Dexter and Reitmeyer Insurance, your local independent insurance agency. Proudly representing the Auto Owners Insurance Company. Call Mark or Chris Reitmeyer. They'd love to give you a free quote. Mark Dexter or Chris Reitmeyer, 236-6686. Sunshine, a high today of 83, a low tonight of 59. Tomorrow, rain showers, thunderstorms, a high of 71. Thursday, sunshine, 76. Friday, sunshine, and 80 is the high. It's 8:20 in the morning right now. It is 56 degrees here in Danville. And again, looking at the chance of rain showers tomorrow, about a half an inch possible, and on Sunday as well, maybe late Saturday night into Sunday. Right now, it's 8:20 in the morning, 56 degrees on Tuesday, June the 6th, 238-9447 to call in this morning. We'd love to have you on the show. It's 238-WHIR to get your birthdays and anniversaries right here on the radio. Tesla has released a new go-kart. So they have cars, now they're releasing go-karts. That is apparently a death trap. Get this, it goes from 0 to 60 in less than 2.5 seconds. This is a go-kart, for crying out loud. Well, check out the ad for the new Tesla go-karts. There's Elon Musk talking about them this morning on the Joe Show, the Tesla go-karts.
Hello, it is Elon Musk, and if you love the Tesla Model 3 go-kart, you'll love my other inventions. You really will. Feast your eyes on the Tesla scooter.
Whoa, this thing goes 0 to 60 in 2 seconds, and I don't even need a helmet. It's on fire!
It sure is. So hot. And check out the Tesla skateboard.
I can't stop! One of the wheels just exploded!
Amazing. And check out the new Tesla roller skates.
Somebody please call an ambulance! I have metal shards in my legs!
My new Tesla vehicles. Get them. They're so great. Just like me. Available now. Yes.
All right, let's see what's gone on this date, June the 6th. It's made this date a date to remember. Starting off on this date back in 1816. This date, 1816, where New England saw 10 inches of snowfall. On this date, June the 6th, in 1816, they called this a year without a summer, following the eruption of Mount Tambora in Indonesia. On this date, 1816. This is supposed to be a soundbite of a snowstorm. Sounds like my stomach after I eat Taco Bell. New England, 10 inches of snowfall on this date in 1860. That's crazy to think about. On this date, 1944, 160,000 Allied troops landed along a 50-mile stretch of the heavily fortified French coastline to fight Nazi Germany on the beaches of Normandy, France. General Dwight D. Eisenhower called the operation a crusade in which, quote, "we will accept nothing less than a full victory." More than 5,000 ships, 13,000 aircraft supported the D-Day invasion, and by the day's end, the Allies had gained a foothold in Normandy. The D-Day cost was high. More than 9,000 Allied soldiers were killed or wounded, but more than 100,000 soldiers began the march across Europe and ultimately defeated Hitler. Here's a clip of a 1944 newsreel talking about today, the invasion of D-Day on this date, 1944.
Barrage balloons and a massive concentration of air and surface guns protect the 4,000 warships, transports, barges, craft of every kind in the invasion convoy.
It was on this date, 1946, the Basketball Association of America was formed in New York City. Here's a clip of a documentary talking about their first teams of the American Basketball Association, the ABA.
The ABA began its first season with 11 teams. Among the now forgotten were the New Orleans Buccaneers, Anaheim Amigos, Denver Rockets, Houston Mavericks, New Jersey Americans, and the Minnesota Muskies.
Yeah, the ABA. It was on this date, 1966. Black activist James Meredith was shot and wounded as he simply walked along a Mississippi highway to encourage black voter registration. On this date, 1966, here's a clip of a historian talking about Meredith being shot and wounded.
On day 2 of the march, Aubrey Norval, a white salesman, ambushed Mr. Meredith. He was shot in the neck, head, and back.
It was on this date in 2013, Director of National Intelligence James Clapper issued a rare public statement in an effort to tamp down a public uproar spurred by the disclosure of secret surveillance programs involving phone and internet records, declassifying key details about one of the programs while insisting the efforts were all legal, limited in scope, and necessary to defeat terroristic threatening. Here's a clip of Clapper saying there are strict rules on these programs.
The intelligence community's tracking of U.S. persons where there is a terrorism nexus. And that is overseen very strictly by both the FISA court as well as within the executive branch, both by my office and the Attorney General. So there are very strict rules about that.
And it was on this date in 2017, Bill Cosby's chief accuser, her name was Andrea Constant, took the stand at his sexual assault trial to tell her story publicly for the first time, saying the comedian groped her after giving her 3 blue pills that left her paralyzed and helpless. Now, the jury deadlocked, resulting in a mistrial, but Cosby was convicted in a second trial. Here's a clip of Constant talking about how she couldn't move after taking a pill from Bill Cosby.
My mind is saying, move your hands, kick, can you do anything? I don't want this. Why is this person doing this? And me not being able to react in any specific way.
And that's what's gone on this date, June the 6th. That's made this date a date to remember in history. It's 8:25 in the morning. We're about 5 minutes away from news. We have one more quick 60-second break. We'll come back and have more stuff to talk about right here in this 8 o'clock to 8:30 half hour on this June the 6th morning on The Joe Show, your talk of the town. News Talk Sports, WHIR Danville.
Hello, Central Kentucky. My name is Alan Martin, loan officer at Whitaker Bank. As a lifelong Danville native, I'm excited to be able to help neighbors like yourself find financial options to fit your family. If you'd like to see what we can do for you, give me a call today at 859-236-9822. That's 859-236-9822. Or even better, stop in and see me at 218 West Main here in downtown Danville. Whitaker Bank is uniquely Kentucky, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, it's Joe Pags. Make plans to join us for the show. We're bringing the top news stories that are affecting you, the top stories from social media, pop culture stories, could be in sports. Maybe we'll sing a song or 2 or 3 or make fun of somebody that you want us to make fun of. That plus, of course, a big part of the program is you calling in. Look, we can agree, we can debate, we can yell at each other, we can sing a song together. We do it all right here on the Joe Pags Show, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 on WHIR AM 1230 and online at hometownlive.net.
Going out of town or anywhere in the world? Stay in touch with WHIR on the internet at hometownlive.net. Powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
$8:27 in the morning, James the Gardener. What's going on with James today?
Oh, sunshine, blue skies.
Yes, sunshine, blue skies. All right, James, what's something that a lot of people think they're good at but aren't? Driving. That's a good one right there.
Real good one.
Driving.
Because some of them think they're the best drivers in the world, but they're scary.
Yes. So here we go. This, James, is our top 10 countdown because someone actually polled people online and asked them what are the top things people think they're good at, but they aren't. It's the focus of our top 10 countdown. Let's do it. Top 10 countdown. Here we go, James. The top 10 countdown of things people think they're good at, but they aren't. Starting off with number 10.
Number 10.
Number 10 is communicating.
Right.
Which my wife would tell me you're not good at communicating.
Oh, okay.
I do this for a living, but I'm not good enough for my wife.
Well, sometimes we just can't be right at all.
No, that's exactly right. Doesn't matter what it is, it's wrong.
That's right.
And communicating's certainly one of those things. That's number 10.
Number 9.
Number 9 is looking cool. Though the older I get, the less I care about how cool I look.
Yeah, that don't even matter anymore.
Yeah,
I'm past
33 years old, going on 34. I got 2 kids.
Right.
I mean, you think I care how cool I look? I'm just trying to get through this day to day here.
One day at a time.
That's number 9. All right, here's number 8.
Number 8.
Number 8 is giving good advice. Giving good advice is number 8. So maybe you think you've got some wisdom.
Yeah.
But the wisdom you give is not good.
Right.
You're bad at giving advice. We don't want to hear your advice. You gave me my last advice and it wasn't good. Stop telling me. That's number 8.
Didn't work out.
Yes, here's number 7.
Number 7.
Number 7's being honest. I mean, how are you not good at being honest? If you're not good at it, then you're just a flat-out liar. Right? Like,
yeah. If it's, honesty, the opposite.
That's not something that takes practice. You're either honest or you're not.
Or
you don't
you're
have to practice at being honest.
If you've got to practice it,
something's wrong. Yeah, you got to hang up somewhere. All right, that's number 7.
Number 6.
Number 6 is parenting. Which, you know, I think parents...
That's tough.
Yeah, parents... Each child, maybe it's different for each child and each parent and what they need to do and what's appropriate for that kid.
Yeah.
And who's the ultimate judge and if you're a bad parent or not.
I don't know.
I mean, like, someone could see me at my worst moment with my kid, Jack or Rayleigh, throwing a temper tantrum and say, that guy's a terrible parent. Look at the way his kid's acting.
Yeah.
And you make that judgment based on one moment. That's not fair.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's
I
number
agree.
6, parenting. All right, here's number 5, top 10 things that we think we're good at, but we're not.
Number 5.
Number 5 is singing.
Yes.
I tell you what.
There's a lot of non-singers out there.
I love my wife, and she's not the best singer in the world. I like to hear her sing because when she sings, she's confident.
Right.
But I'm not sure nobody else wants to hear her sing. But I love to hear it, Rebecca. I love you.
Right.
But we both, I mean, we can both be honest, right? Honesty's on here. We're not bad at being honest. We're good at it. You got to stop singing, Rebecca. You got to stop doing it. All right, that's number 5. Let's get to number 4. Number 4 is an interesting one here. Number 4.
Number 3.
Uh-oh.
Wait. Wait a minute here. Let's get to 4.
Number 4.
All right, number 4 is being humble, which is funny to me because if you think you're good at being humble, you're probably not being humble because you think you're good at something.
Yeah, you don't have to. There's nothing to practice.
There's nothing
there.
to prove there,
Yeah.
right? Like, if you're good at something, you just are. But to think you're good at something, to me, I don't know. I guess you can be humble and think you're good at something. Like, I know there's things I'm good at, but I'm not going about bragging that I'm good at these things.
No.
Once you start bragging about it, that's when you're not being humble.
Yeah, you're not humble anymore.
Yeah, so number 4 is being humble. The top 10 things that people think they're good at, but they're not.
Number 3.
Number 3 is staying out of drama. Some people don't want to be good at that.
No.
Give me all the latest juice, please.
That's right. Wake up, turn on the TV,
Yes.
go out and start holding a conversation, and before you know it, you're in it.
You're in the drama. That's number 3. I mentioned driving. Here's number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2 is driving.
Yeah.
That's number 2, things that people think they're good at, but they aren't. I was in front of Burke's Bakery the other day. This was a couple weeks ago, actually. Some lady was driving down Main Street. A car in front of her, I guess, was going too slow.
Yeah.
And she just honked on the horn and just flipped him off. So who's the bad driver in that case? The guy that's going maybe too slow for you, or you road raged behind the wheel, flipping off a driver in front of Burke's Bakery on Main Street?
Yeah, I think giving a finger is too much.
Yes, a little too much. That's number 2. And number 1 on things we think we're good at, but we're not. It's number 1.
Number 1.
Being a good listener comes in at number 1, James.
It's important.
I know people who I don't think are good listeners.
Yeah.
It's like they're waiting to think of the next thing they can say before you're even done talking, like you realize they've trailed off.
Yeah.
Because they're thinking of what they can say next. At that point, you're not listening anymore.
No, they're done.
They're done listening.
Yeah, because all they want to do is say what they got to say and just get you quiet.
Yes, and it's like they want to keep the conversation going, but they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Wait till I'm done talking, and then at least act like you're listening to me.
Yeah, pretend.
Right? Be an active listener.
Yeah.
That means you're looking... Your body language is good. You're an active listener.
Yep.
Now, Brian Caldwell from the Emergency Management Agency, the director, texted me. He's got a good one, golf. There are a lot of people who think they're good at golf, and they are not good at golf.
I'm one of those.
Or they're not nearly as good as they think they are.
You know, I've been golfing, since I've been back in Kentucky, maybe twice. And like I say, I went out there, I'm thinking, hey, I can do this, and...
Well, the pros make it look so easy, right?
Yeah.
Which is the way it is in any sport. The pros make it look so easy that you think if you've never played or maybe played a handful of times, that next round is always going to be better.
Yeah, well,
golf has a way of humbling you real quick. Yes. If you're not good at being humble, number 4 on the list, then go play golf for the first time ever. You will be very good at being humble at the sport of golf.
Yeah, when I hit mine into the pond, when one of them came off the roof of a house that was nearby, I knew then that this is not my cup of
Look,
tea.
if you're around James playing golf, you got to come fully clothed, shoulder pads, helmet, shin guards,
sunglasses,
hockey mask,
safety glasses,
safety goggles,
That's right.
maybe a respirator mask. I don't know if you do some damage to your lungs. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff. If James is golfing, you come prepared.
That's right. That's right.
All right, there you go. Top 10 things people think they're good at but aren't. James, appreciate you being on.
No problem.
We'll get a gardening tip from James later on this half hour. Right now, it's 8:33 in the morning, 58 degrees on a sunny Tuesday here in D-Town.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Almost every small Kentucky town has a go-to restaurant. In Central Kentucky, it's the Bread of Life Cafe in Liberty. If you like a good buffet, you'll love the huge down-home cooking featuring 3 fully stocked buffet tables, or you can order off their extensive menu. You'll find something delicious for every person in the family at the Bread of Life Cafe. Visit the gift and sweet shop at the Bread of Life Cafe, 5 miles south of Liberty on Highway 127. Open till 8, Monday through Thursday, 9 Friday and Saturday. Feed your tummy and your soul with a stop at the Bread of Life Cafe and Buffet, 5 miles south of Liberty.
This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court has applied for a land and water conservation grant to what they hope will go to upgrade the Junction City Park. Those upgrades would go to benefit the Junction City Park Pavilion, which was built courtesy of a similar grant 40 years ago. If they get the grant, the upgrades would include a new pavilion with handicapped accessible restrooms, upgrading the basketball courts, the grill, new picnic tables, and inclusive playground equipment, amongst other things. Pioneer Playhouse opens up this weekend. It's the 74th year under the stars as Pioneer Playhouse will open up on Friday with the world premiere event of Blood Suede Shoes, a Sergeant Elvis Presley murder mystery. It's written by local playwright Robbie Henson. That play will run Tuesdays through Saturdays through July 1st. Then after that, it's Farce of Nature from July 4th through the 22nd. Then Kosher Lutherans from July 25th through August 12th. The season ends with a special stand-up comedy weekend with Lee Cruz. You can get tickets online at pioneerplayhouse.com. Kentucky State Police is still investigating after they were contacted on Sunday afternoon regarding possible human remains in Garrett County. The initial investigation shows that human skeletal remains were found in a field off of Crab Orchard Road. That's Kentucky 39 in Garrett County. Those remains have since been taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for identification. The investigation is ongoing. A Lexington woman has been sentenced in connection to a deadly Fayette Mall shooting. Marquita Campbell was sentenced in the shooting death of LaPortia Stringer that happened near Fayette Mall back in 2019 at the intersection of Nicholasville Road and Wilson Downing. She had already pled guilty in March, which amended her charge for murder and manslaughter. She'll serve 13 years behind bars as a part of that plea deal. And who's ready for a cool down? A significant temperature drop is set for Wednesday, where we get rain shower potentials, but the most satisfying part may be the cooler temperatures that come with it. We may see lows drop into the 50s midweek and highs Wednesday and Thursday into the mid to upper 70s. It's a welcome change from what we saw over the weekend, where highs soared into the low 90s. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center, located on 4th Street next to Sears.
This is Caraway at Mattresses and More on Houstonville Road in Danville. If you are looking for new furniture or bedding, stop by and check us out. New items arriving weekly, and we sell off the floor. Buy it today and take it home today. We offer layaway and 12 months same as cash with approved credit.
Thank you, Caraway. Again, buy it today, take it home today. Living room suits, bedroom suits, dinette sets, recliners, and more. From Mattresses and More, Southland Plaza next to Ace Hardware.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
Okay, it's brought to you by James the Gardener. And it's brought to you by Danville Auto Body Shop. For top-of-the-line collision and auto body repair, head to the mechanics at 315 Dillahay. Call ahead for an appointment, 236-2299. That's 236-2299. That's Danville Auto Body Shop. Sunshine, a high today of 83, a low tonight 59. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, rain showers, a half an inch possible, 71's the high, a low tonight 50. Sunshine Thursday, 76 and 49. The high and low there on Thursday. It's 8:39 in the morning. It is 58 degrees here in Danville on WHIR News Talk Sports. Here's Wedding Planning with Pim. See what Pim's got in her mind today.
Hi, I'm Pim Stewart-Clark, and this is Wedding Planning with Pim. Your wedding day is one of the most important days of your life, and with planning and organization, you can increase your enjoyment of the days leading up to it. 6 to 12 months before your wedding, announce your engagement. Select a wedding date, time, size, and style of your wedding. Set a preliminary budget. Schedule a meeting with both sets of parents to openly discuss wedding expectations, costs, and responsibilities. Hire a wedding consultant. Buy a wedding planner or notebook to keep you organized. Invite attendants to be in your wedding. Reserve the ceremony location and choose your officiant. Reserve the reception site. Interview caterers, photographers, florists, and musicians. Be sure to have a taste testing and view potential vendors' work. Ask for references and discuss cancellation policies and deposit requirements. Create a preliminary guest list. Begin planning your ceremony and reception. And the real fun part, select and order your wedding gown and accessories. Order dresses and tuxes for all of your attendants. Start planning the honeymoon. If you're leaving the country, update your passport and verify visa requirements. Register for wedding gifts. Develop a system for recording gifts as they arrive and for recording when you write the thank you note. My love note for today, timing is everything.
For adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy, now there's Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection. With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months, and Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Nothing in me go hand in hand. Nothing on my skin, that's my new place. Nothing is everything.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
With Skyrizi, you could achieve 90% clear skin. Ask your doctor about the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis and visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Time out for sports this weekend with
SportsMap Radio Network
on WHIR AM 1230.
.41 in the morning, 238-WHIR, the phone number to call in, 238-9447. Let's see what's going on in the world of food. It's Grub Gab time for you. Ladies and gentlemen, you can just eat it. All right, Domino's Pizza has a new promotion running through June the 11th that offers 50% off all menu price pizzas if you order online. To grab this deal, just order any menu-priced pizza at Domino's.com, Domino's mobile app, Google Home, Amazon Alexa, Facebook Messenger, or voice ordering with Dom. All menu-priced pizzas are available 50%, including specialty pizzas like Honolulu, Hawaii, Wisconsin 6 cheese, and the Philly cheesesteak. The promotions run through Sunday, June the 11th, and is available at participating Domino's locations nationwide. Pretty cool. Red Lobster offers crab fans a full pound of steamed snow or Bairdi crab legs served their way, choosing from a variety of new flavors like roasted garlic butter, honey sriracha, lemon pepper, and simply steamed, with the return of the brand's Crab Fest celebration after a 4-year hiatus. In addition, Red Lobster's 2023 Crab Fest menu also arrives with a new surf and turf entree, the new crab and Oscar top sirloin, a new appetizer, Krabby Cheese fries, and a new dessert option, strawberry cheesecake. The new crab and Oscar top sirloin consists of a half pound of snow crab paired with a 7-ounce sirloin steak that's topped with lump crab and a garlic cream and served with a choice of 2 sides and a warm buttery cheddar bay biscuit. Red Lobster's new Krabby Cheese Fries made with seasoned fries topped with the brand's signature cheese sauce and lump crab doused in a garlic cream sauce. That sounds good. They also have a couple of new drinks available, the Watermelon Martini and the Ruby Mule. Check it out today at Red Lobster. And okay, Dusty and James, it's Oreo time. One of the best things about Oreos is that they are continually introducing new flavors and varieties, even if they don't stick around for long. But this summer, 2 former favorites are making a comeback, much to the delight of fans. After 8 years, the summer-themed cotton candy Oreos are coming back. These sweet treats contain pink and blue cotton candy cream sandwiched between 2 golden Oreo cookies. Oreo teased the news on Instagram this week, writing, quote, "You asked again and again and again, and we listen." When those cookies came out in 2015, they were joined by another limited edition flavor called S'mores Oreos. And now they're bringing those back as well, but with a new name, the name they should have been called all along, S'moreos. These feature graham-flavored cookies and 1 layer each of chocolate and marshmallow cream filling. They're available now for a limited time. I think we've tried those out, though, the S'moreos. I'll have to check on our list here. Yes, we did. In fact, the S'moreos, I'm looking right now, got an 8.2 out of 10. They were the highest-ranked Oreos we ever tried on the Oreo Taste Test Tuesday. Those are available now. Cotton candy available a little bit later on this summer. We'll try those out and rank those as well. Grub Gab, the world of food. You can just eat it. It's 8:45 in the morning, 58 degrees. James the Gardener is on here a little bit later on, giving us a gardening tip officially. And we may have time to see what's going on this date in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. All that's coming up right after this.
Watson's Tractor 2, your local Kubota equipment dealer, wants to help you deliver a job done right. That's why they want you to know that the new Kubota inventory is arriving daily. You have work to do. They have the reliability and durability and versatile lineup to help you do it all. Visit Lawson's Tractor 2 today for all your equipment needs. Lawson's Tractor 2, 4 miles south of Danville on Highway 127, open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 8 to noon. Lawson's Tractor 2.
The Hometown Radio Network sports broadcast schedule brought to you by Monticello Bank. It's NASCAR racing this weekend. The DoorDash 250 in the Xfinity Series. It's Saturday, 8 o'clock green flag drop, and a race we'll have on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. Meanwhile, the Cup Series is Sunday, 3:30 in the afternoon green flag drop at Sonoma Raceway for the Toyota Save Mart 350. We'll have that race on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville, and all races stream live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
Hello, Central Kentucky. I'm Steve Bertram with sports. Kentucky has advanced to the NCAA Super Regionals for the second time in history. Last night, with the game tied at 2-all in the bottom of the 6th, UK put together 3 doubles to score twice and hold on for a 4-2 win over Indiana. 12th-seeded Kentucky will visit 5th-seed LSU this weekend in a best 2 out of 3. The crowd of 6,796 at Kentucky Proud Park was the largest to ever see the Cats play. The Mercer County boys are the Class 2A state track and field champions. Bo Brown of the Titans won the 100-meter dash, plus the 200 and 400-meter dashes, where he set new records for Class 2A. The Boyle County boys were 5th in the state in 2A. Mercer County was 3rd in the girls' competition in 2A. T-East won 4 events, the triple jump, 100 meters, 400 meters, and 200 meters. Big Blue Nation has its eyes on a couple of men's basketball players for this coming season. 6'9" small forward Jordan Burke from Florida is on the UK campus for a visit right now. He's rated a 4-star player. The other is 6'5" wing Joey Hart from Indiana, who shoots the 3 very well. Hart plans to visit UK this week, too. In Major League Baseball, rookie left-hander Andrew Abbott made his Major League debut last night as Cincinnati blanked Milwaukee 2-0. Abbott threw 6 shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit and 4 walks while striking out 6. Stuart Fairchild and Tyler Stevenson had solo homers for the Reds. And in the NHL Finals last night, Las Vegas skated past Florida 7-2. The Golden Knights lead the Panthers 2-0 for Stanley's Cup. That's sports. God bless America. I'm Steve Bertram on the Hometown Radio Network.
Summertime, 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 some.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $25 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $25 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal.
So shop now.
Shop now, buy now. Also, Pioneer Playhouse tickets now available.
The Parthenon, Greek, American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family, fresh Mediterranean and American. A gathering place, always a treat. Specialty gyros, great burgers and fries. Whatever you're craving will satisfy. The Parthenon, Greek, American eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family.
In Danville, Lexington Road.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by
The Big Deals online store. Go to hometownlive.net. You can shop, you can save on gift certificates to local businesses at big-time discounts. Save up to 50% every single day. The Big Deals online store is at hometownlive.net. And today's featured gift certificate is exquisite jewelry in Danville. $100 is yours for just $50 today at Big Deals, hometownlive.net. Sunshine, a high of 83. A low tonight of 59. Tomorrow, rain showers, thunderstorms, a high of 71. Thursday, sunshine, and a high of 76. Right now, it's 8:51 in the morning, 57 degrees here in Danville. 238 WHIR. That's 238-9447. We'd love to have you on the radio this morning and get your birthdays, your anniversaries on here, and just chit-chat with you. Let us know how you're doing on this June the 6th, 06-06-23, June the 6th of 2023. Let's see what's gone on this date, June the 6th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Got some time before James the Gardener joins us here. It was on this date, 1936, Levi Stubbs was born. He was a baritone singer and the lead vocalist for this group.
Now if you feel that you can't go on, because all of your hope is gone.
This is the Four Tops, their song, Reach Out, I'll Be There. They had a couple of number ones. He was also a voice artist in film and animated television series, most famously for the voice of the alien plant in the 1986 comedic horror film Little Shop of Horrors. Stubbs died in October of 2008. Levi Stubbs would have had a birthday today, would have been 87 years old if he was still with us. Levi Stubbs. It was on this day, June the 6th, in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history. Back in 1965, this group released this single on this date, June the 6th, 1965. The Rolling Stones released this one in the United States on this date, 1965, gave them their first number one in the United States. It was different in the UK, where it was released in August of 1966, the next year. The song initially played only on pirate radio stations because its lyrics were considered too sexually suggestive. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, the Rolling Stones, on this date, 1965. this date in 2005, Classic Rock Magazine released a countdown of the top 50 drummers in rock and roll music history. Counting down the top 50, number 1 went to the drummer of this band. John Bonham, who was the drummer of Led Zeppelin. Listed as the greatest drummer in rock and roll history on this day, 2005, according to Classic Rock Magazine. They listed Moby Dick as the Bonham's defining moment during live sets with Zeppelin. His drum solo in Moby Dick would often last for half an hour and regularly feature the use of his bare hands. That's what's gone on this day in rock and roll, pop, and R&B music history, June the 6th.
This is Karen, and at ADA Heating and Air, we offer free estimates on replacements. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning equipment. Our employees do not work on commission, so you don't pay for unnecessary repairs. We offer the best pricing around. On average, we can save you 15%. We offer same or next day service. Financing is available on our website at adaheatingandair.com. Call ADA today for all your HVAC needs at 859-519-6382. ADA is on the way.
Kentucky has one of the most expansive state park systems in the nation. For decades, the parks have been bringing people together for family reunions, fishing, hiking, and a wealth of other activities. What's your favorite memory of a Kentucky state park? Unfortunately, it takes more than governmental support to keep the parks vibrant. The Kentucky State Parks Foundation raises money to create educational programs for elementary school kids to connect them with nature, handicapable hiking trails, and the preservation of historical artifacts. Make a tax-deductible donation online at KentuckyStateParksFoundation.org.
This is Hillary from Shake It in Danville. We would love to invite you to try us out today. We have everything from fun boba teas to meal replacement protein shakes, and everything we have is so delicious and even better for your health. Come start your health journey with us at Shake It in Danville. We're located right across the street from the courthouse.
Talk Kentucky Sports, weekday mornings at 10 with Matt Jones and Kentucky Sports Radio, right here on AM 1230 WHIR.
All right, James the gardener's in studio. And we're going to get a gardening tip here with James. Let's get the song.
And now, for the next few minutes, the man with the jolly green thumb and the big straw hat is going to tell us where it's at. Gardening with James, that's the name. Growing good food, that's our aim. Working in our garden every day. Well, we might not be all that pretty, but we don't mind getting all dirty and gritty. Growing our food the natural way. Yes, we're gardening with James, the natural way. Let's dig it, James.
What's going on with James the gardener today?
Oh, sunshine, blue skies. You know, we've had some really nice days, but we truly need some rain. We are behind in the rain count because if we don't get some, say, here in the next 2 or 3 weeks, I'm looking at maybe a early drought because of lack of rain. So we just need some good old-fashioned rain, a couple of thunderstorms here and there to soak the ground up real good. I mean, because you can water with a water hose all day long, but it's got the alkaline and all the other things, in the water that just doesn't get a flower going.
Yeah.
So we just need some rain, and but otherwise, I mean, things are growing well. I mean, I've seen several different gardens. I've seen a lot of nice flower beds really taking off and getting going, and just keep pushing. Like I said, but when it comes to the heat, always be careful out there in that heat. Try not to be out there in midday if you can, to try to take care of your plants, bushes, and shrubs. Make sure that that they're getting the water that they're supposed to do, and like I say, and if in order to keep them looking tidy, like I say, if you've got fixtures and stuff out in your yard, be sure to go ahead and maybe take your shovel and maybe kind of trim around them, maybe a couple of 2 or 3 inches away from it, so that way it'll look a whole lot better. Like I say, and if you've got and people who weed eat, that's pretty tough because weed eater line gets ate up by fences, bricks, and all kinds of different things. So it seems like you're always changing the your weed eating line. So, try to find you some of the thickest stuff they got out there. I think is 0.95 or something. It's pretty thick.
Okay.
So try to find something that's nice and thick to go through that line. So this way you can keep right on going because, if you've got the thin stuff, you'll always have to change it. So, and sharpen your tools, because we're heading into the summer season. Make sure all your tools are nice and sharp. So this way it won't take you a lifetime to get through 30 minutes worth of work because your tools aren't sharp. So be sure to keep those sharp.
Gardening with James, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville. James, appreciate you being on.
No problem, Joe.
You did not hear because you were in Rick's studio on the Harrodsburg station. New Oreo flavor coming out this summer.
Really?
Coming back out, but it hasn't been out in the last 8 years, so we haven't tried it because I haven't been on the show for 8 years.
Right.
Cotton candy Oreo.
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy cream flavor in the middle, and then the golden Oreo cookies.
Yeah.
So we'll be trying cotton candy Oreo. The s'mores Oreo is also back out. We already tried that one. That got our highest rating, 8.2 out of 10.
That's good
That was
stuff.
the highest rated Oreo we've ever eaten. But a new Oreo flavor, James, will be trying out here soon, cotton candy Oreo.
Wow, that sounds like fun.
Sounds good. All right, 9 o'clock in the morning, top hour news is now. Where's Dusty at?
This is the talk of the town, AM 1230, and now on FM 103.9, WHIR Danville, powered by Kentucky WiMAX.
It's 9 o'clock.
NBC News Radio, I'm Michael Kastner. Lawyers for former President Trump met with Justice Department officials and Special Counsel Jack Smith on Monday. NBC's Garrett Hake with more on Trump's reaction to the investigation.
The former president attacking the investigation as a witch hunt on social media, writing, "How can DOJ possibly charge me, who did nothing wrong, when no other presidents were charged?"
The meeting in Washington, D.C. comes as Smith's investigation into Trump's alleged mishandling of classified documents is said to be nearing the end. Explosions at a Soviet-era dam in Russian-controlled southern Ukraine sent torrents of floodwaters across the region Monday, with each side blaming the other. Molly Hunter reports from Ukraine.
Tens of thousands of people, we are told, are in that direct, dangerous flood zone. Now, Ukrainian officials say they have managed to evacuate just about 1,000 people, but the water in those low-lying villages is rising 6 inches per hour.
The Kakhovka Dam was built in the 1950s and holds back an amount of water nearly equivalent to the Great Salt Lake in Utah. The reservoir supplies water to the Russian-controlled Crimean Peninsula and the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, the largest in Europe. Experts estimate the plant has enough water to keep cooling systems operating for at least a month. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is marking the 79th anniversary of D-Day, the Allied invasion that ultimately helped lead to the downfall of Nazi Germany. Austin joined World War II veterans and others in France today, where he noted how desperate the battle was as the largest armada in history delivered tens of thousands of soldiers into the jaws of death. Former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie will be in New Hampshire tonight to launch his second bid for the White House. Gabe Gutierrez has more on Christie looking to challenge GOP frontrunner and former President Trump.
A one-time Trump ally turned critic. He's blasted other Republicans for not taking on the former president directly.
They kind of cozy up to him. They hope that he implodes and that if they're nice to him, that they'll inherit his voters.
Michael Kastner, NBC News Radio.
Let's face it, your company is still feeling the financial effects of the pandemic. And if you own a restaurant, dental practice, or other small business that persevered through lockdown, a quick phone call to Omega Accounting Solutions can be a game changer. Omega Accounting Solutions is an established, respected accounting firm, helping businesses like yours receive the ERC tax credit. Unlike CPAs and others who may not grasp all the complexities of the ERC, Omega's experts are fully trained to understand ERC qualifications and simplify the application process. Learn in less than 10 minutes if you are a good candidate. Call Omega even if you've applied for other pandemic assistance in the past. If your company employed 5 to 500 employees during the COVID crisis and continue to pay payroll taxes, you may be eligible to receive a refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Running a small business is challenging enough. Trust Omega Accounting Solutions to help claim the tax credits you deserve. Call now 1-800-300-9ERC or online at OmegaTaxCredits.com. The phone number again, 1-800-39-ERC. That's 1-800-300-9372.
An Oklahoma school board has approved what would be the nation's first publicly funded religious charter school. Brian Shook reports.
It voted 3-2 on Monday to approve the application for the St. Isidore of Seville virtual Catholic charter school. The online school, funded by taxpayer dollars, would be run by the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of Oklahoma City and the Diocese of Tulsa. Religious teachings would be part of the curriculum. Oklahoma's Attorney General called the approval unconstitutional, saying legal action is likely to come as soon as a contract for the school is signed. I'm Brian Shook.
The hashtag boycott NASCAR is reportedly picking up speed after the racing company tweeted an image showing support for the LGBTQ community. Trey Thomas reports.
The majority of comments from the millions of people who commented say they will no longer support the racing organization. But Stephen Rhodes, the first openly gay NASCAR driver, tells Queen City News, "For all the fans that are leaving, I guarantee that there is just as many coming." I'm Trey Thomas.
The Los Angeles Unified School District is considering adopting an LGBTQ curriculum for all of its schools. A new proposal encourages all schools to incorporate LGBTQ lessons and encourage commemorative activities during Pride Month. Last week, parents protested during a Pride Month assembly at Satakoy Elementary School in North Hollywood. They said LGBTQ topics should be left for parents to teach rather than having them imposed on kids at school. The proposal will be discussed at this afternoon's board meeting. Retailers and manufacturers want the White House to get involved in a labor dispute affecting major West Coast ports. They reached out Monday, the same day workers at the Port of Long Beach in California closed for the day, hoping to get better pay for dock workers. Michael Kastner, NBC.
Waking up on the right side. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
This guy is a cognitive mental mess, and they can't even put him out there. They're admitting at the most they make him available for work 4 hours a day. That's what they're saying is a best case scenario. And when China decides to attack Taiwan, which seems fairly inevitable, I guess we're going to have to hope it's not on a weekend, because according to the New York Times piece, Joe Biden's staff has been told to, quote, leave him alone on weekends so he can rest up from his grueling, noon till 12 a.m., noon till 4 p.m. schedule every day. In private, some officials acknowledge they make what they consider reasonable accommodations. So we have a part-time president?
From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, it's the Sean Hannity Show.
Remember 2019? A gallon of gas was $2.60. A dozen eggs cost $1.40. And a pound of beef was $3. But now, gas is $3.66. Eggs cost $3 to $4, and beef is almost $5. But that's not because food is getting more expensive. Thanks to inflation, your dollars have lost 99% of their value in the last 90 years. So if you're counting on your money to last, don't trust the dollars in your account. Trust the only thing that's held its value over time: gold and silver. Now, write this down, because when you protect your money with physical gold and silver, you could also get up to $10,000 in free silver from Sean Hannity's partner, Goldco, when you call 855-815-GOLD. So don't miss what could be your best opportunity to protect your retirement savings today. Call 855-815-GOLD. That's 855-815-GOLD.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Good morning to you. It's Tuesday. It's June the 6th. It's 62 degrees. Sunny skies at 9:08 in the morning. Forecast is coming your way. News comes up here first. This is a Hometown Radio Network information update. The Boyle County Fiscal Court has applied for a land and water conservation grant to what they hope will go to upgrade the Junction City Park. Those upgrades would go to benefit the Junction City Park Pavilion, which was built courtesy of a similar grant 40 years ago. If they get the grant, the upgrades would include a new pavilion with handicapped accessible restrooms, upgrading the basketball courts, the grill, new picnic tables, and inclusive playground equipment, amongst other things. Pioneer Playhouse opens up this weekend. It's the 74th year under the stars as Pioneer Playhouse will open up on Friday with the world premiere event of Blood Suede Shoes, a Sergeant Elvis Presley murder mystery. It's written by local playwright Robbie Henson. That play will run Tuesdays through Saturdays through July 1st. Then after that, it's Farce of Nature from July 4th through the 22nd. Then Kosher Lutherans from July 25th through August 12th. The season ends with a special stand-up comedy weekend with Lee Cruz. You can get tickets online at pioneerplayhouse.com. Kentucky State Police is still investigating after they were contacted on Sunday afternoon regarding possible human remains in Garrett County. The initial investigation shows that human skeletal remains were found in a field off of Crab Orchard Road. That's Kentucky 39 in Garrett County. Those remains have since been taken to the state medical examiner's office in Frankfort for identification. The investigation is ongoing. A Lexington woman has been sentenced in connection to a deadly Fayette Mall shooting. Marquita Campbell was sentenced in the shooting death of LaPortia Stringer that happened near Fayette Mall back in 2019 at the intersection of Nicholasville Road and Wilson Downing. She had already pled guilty in March, which amended her charge for murder and manslaughter. She'll serve 13 years behind bars as a part of that plea deal. And who's ready for a cool down? A significant temperature drop is set for Wednesday, where we get rain shower potentials. But the most satisfying part may be the cooler temperatures that come with it. We may see lows drop into the 50s midweek and highs Wednesday and Thursday into the mid to upper 70s. It's a welcome change from what we saw over the weekend, where highs soared into the low 90s. Reporting for the Hometown Radio Network, I'm Joe Mathis.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by our friends at ADA Heated and Air. Trust ADA to be there when you need them the most. ADA is always on the way. Call them 859-519-6382. That's ADA Heating and Air. Sunshine, a high of 83. A low tonight of 59. Rain showers tomorrow. A high tomorrow of 71. Thursday, sunshine and 76. Right now, it's 9:11 in the morning. It is 61 degrees. Nice breeze coming through the magic window. And Dusty is in studio.
Morning, Joe.
What's up, Dusty?
No, I'm just still catching my breath. We had a great weekend of music.
Yeah.
And then just across Kentucky, we had a great weekend of music, not only here in Danville, but I heard that the stuff in Lexington went pretty well.
Good.
As well. And so I just still don't know what day it is. I think next year.
Tuesday.
Next year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the Monday after the brass band.
Oh, yeah.
And just...
You're worn out.
Yeah.
What time did you get home Sunday after having to
Sunday
tear everything down?
Wasn't too bad. Sunday, I think I got home around like 8.
Okay.
Which, I mean, like, you have to... So they brought in, like, a whole semi-truck to haul that stage away.
Wow.
Like, it's because you have, like, the really long, like, 20-foot pieces of truss and everything like that. Like, it's a whole process. You got to take it down, tear it, like... It all lowers itself down, and then you have to take all the lights off, all the cords, cabling, then you have to, like, deconstruct it a certain way, and then it all rolls, and then you have to lift it up and put it in the trailer. And then you have all the sound gear, which they were like, well, how does he know the terms of the inputs and outputs and D-Snake and all that? And so I was just like, oh, yeah, whatever, ripper-dipper-doo.
Saturday was a late night, I'm sure, wasn't it?
Saturday was a late night. Probably got home around 12, I think, like midnight. I know Friday night is whenever I had to break everything down at Wissinger, or Wizziger. I always had it.
I'm just saying how you want. At this point, people know what you're talking
about. But over there, so we had to break everything down there because we were done there. So we did Thursday night and Friday, all of Friday into Friday night. And so I didn't get home till like 1:30.
Wow.
I think for that one. And that's all day in the sun. So I was there at the park on Friday from 11 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. But I did get some good food, so that was nice.
Is that like what is that, 11:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the morning? That's 14 hours.
14 hours, yeah. 14
okay,
hours a day.
I mean, that's bad, but I was thinking like 20 hours. So the
No,
wasn't
14. No, just 14.
Just a 14 hour
14.
Day.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I spent more time at the park than I did
You're
at my
chump if
house.
you can't work a 14-hour day.
Right, and then Thursday night was a little weird, but we learned our lesson there. And but
how did that go with Power Play?
Power Play was awesome. We just needed to get the tent up. So the tent for that one, okay, it's okay for clarification. Also, real quick, if you guys went to the Brass Man Festival, if you're listening, you want to call in, we are open because we need not open, but we need we want to hear some feedback. Like, what can we do next year to make it a little better, or just like, what did you enjoy? What did you not like?
I didn't like the weather. It's too hot.
Well, we can't do anything about that.
Well, you asked me for feedback.
I know, yeah, okay. Well,
if we could get a tent giant enough to cover the entire south lawn on Center College's campus.
Well, I mean, they do have a ton of shade there, so that's
that's true.
That's
there's some shade trees.
It's a lot of shaded area there, so that's why we like it. And Center College has been awesome, and so we really like it. But so. The other tents were not provided by the same place. We had to get this tent because this tent was I don't know where it came from. Nobody ever told me. But however, so my thought was it's supposed to be on Thursday, which I got that wrong. So it's supposed to be there on Friday, right?
Yeah.
So Friday comes around. I get everything labeled and set up and ready to go for Soul Rebels. They have a sound check at 2 p.m., right? So I'm like, hey, when's that tent coming in? And everybody's like, well, we don't know where it is. I was like, okay, there's nothing I could do about it, so I'm just going to continue my business, right? Mm-hmm. And so the tent finally rolls in 30 minutes before the stompers come on, the sidewalk stompers.
30 minutes?
30 minutes. So apparently...
like a pit crew out there.
Apparently they, the tent people, whoever they were, just typed in 321 Main Street, and it took them to Frankfurt.
They didn't know they were going to the wrong city?
They went to the wrong city.
They didn't put the name of the city and the destination they were going?
Okay, as part of people who, you do events, right? I think address is number one.
You got to at least get to the right city.
You have to know where you're going.
I mean, state is one. Okay, you're in the right state, but you got to get to the right city first.
Get to the right city.
You can be in the wrong place in the right city, but someone will lead you to the right place.
Correct.
In the city that you're in. But you can't go to the wrong city 45 minutes away.
It was funny because I saw the lady who is in charge of that tent, and she was walking around on her phone, looking around, and she was pointing at the subway with her hands, and then come to find out, it's they were in Frankfurt. They didn't.
Well, so did you get set up in time?
The tent did get set up in time.
I say good. Everything worked out.
The only issue was with the tent being so late, I didn't have any time to put lights on it.
Yeah.
Right? Because I was going to use the tent poles to put lights on it.
Yeah.
And we thought the tent was going to be a little higher, but that worked out too, so that was fine.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so now you have bands performing on stage after the Sidewalk Stompers. So in between I think it was Cincy Brass and the Soul Rebels. I had my wife and then Michael's boyfriend go up there and just wire the lights together, and we just quickly wired stuff up. It wasn't the prettiest.
Wow.
But we got lights rolling, and I think we only started 5 minutes later than the show.
And nobody would have known if you didn't tell it on the radio.
Exactly.
There you go.
Isn't that great? There's all these little details that come together, and so for instance, the bartenders, some of the bartenders. So I think we tried to get at least 3 or 4 people to sling some beer, right? And so I think 3 of them bailed for the weekend.
Well, if you only have 3 people and 3 of them bailed, then you have
we
nobody
had 4
left.
people. Ryan showed up. Ryan Berg. He was
Ryan.
there. Yes, he was there.
Way to go.
And so by Sunday they were like, "Hey, do you want to sling beer?" And I was like, "Yeah."
You don't have to have a bartender's license
you have
to do
get
that?
Star certified. And so it only took 30 minutes. It doesn't take very long. And then the main thing that you learn is that in Kentucky, you are supposed to sell alcohol to pregnant women.
There's a difference between being allowed to be and supposed to. Like, if you're supposed to do it, that means you're
legally.
encouraged.
No, legally. Like, if you're a pregnant woman and you walk up to a bar and you ask for a drink,
You can't say no?
I can't say no.
Okay.
However, if they drink it, I have the discretion after that.
To cut them off?
Correct.
Okay.
Because you always have discretion. But so the thing is, it's like you could be a wife, or you could be pregnant and giving that drink to somebody else. So you have to at least sell it to them.
Okay.
Right. But my question was, and they never.
Well, I don't think it's on the bartender to cut off a lady that's pregnant. I think they won't give the bartender the bad look. They give the lady that's pregnant drinking the bad look, not you. I mean, you're just doing your job.
You're just doing the job. So it's really it's weird.
Did you get any tips? People leave any tips?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That sounds like a good gig for you. 30 minutes. All you have to do is get STAR certified. Learn that you can give pregnant women beer if they want it. And you get tips all afternoon.
Yeah. There's other where it's like stuff to watch for if they're like if they are intoxicated. Like you can't overserve people.
Mhm.
Like that's not allowed.
Did you turn the cup so the head would fall out? And
Exactly.
Stuff like that?
Yeah. You 45-degree angle. You want to flip the tap. You want to let it run like not clear, but because it starts out a little foamy every time. And so you got to let it run for a little bit. Then you stick the cup at a 45-degree angle.
You know what
you've
you've done? You've opened Pandora's box, so to say. Anytime that the city of Danville or any sort of event needs a bartender, well, Dusty's STAR certified.
Just flip it around.
But again, it doesn't seem like a bad gig if you're going to be there anyway. You make some extra tips. How much money did you make in tips?
Well, I only worked Sunday, and it was $8 divided among the three of us. Sunday was slow.
Wait, $8 divided among three people?
No. We got $8 apiece.
Okay.
Divided among three people.
How long did you work?
Well, I think I was there from like 11 a.m. to 5 or something like that.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's a good job, but it's not worth the trouble.
So the other bartenders that
$8.
like Ryan, he got paid to be there. So he got paid on top of it plus tips. But I was, I'm a volunteer. So I'm part of the board.
Happy with the $8.
Exactly.
You went to Speedway, got a slushie and a candy bar.
No, I went to
you
the
called
Pepsi
it even.
truck. That was the thing. Like the Pepsi truck there at the Pepsi truck at the place at Brass Band only took cash, which I didn't realize that until somebody told me, and I was like, "That's a
bad move.
That's a bad move.
'Cause no one carries cash anymore.
Nobody carries cash anymore." So
I was actually shocked to know that Millennium Park, that their concession stands takes card. I never would have thought that. It's just like $1 for a drink or $2 for a Gatorade. Like, who doesn't have $2 in cash? Well, I never do. I never have cash on me. But they take card there. So, you got to start. When the Millennium Park concession stands for 50-cent lollipops for taking cards, you got to start taking cards everywhere.
50-cent lollipop with a 30-cent credit charge.
Yeah. Well, Clay Albright listening. Clay said he takes the heat over the rain.
Yes, absolutely.
Which I'm with him there. He says it seems like it's hot or rainy every year. Now, last year, remember, it was perfect last year. The weather was just perfect last year. But again, he's right. You take the heat over the rain 10 out of 10 times.
And, it wasn't like for Friday and Saturday, I think there was a lot of air moving around. Sunday was a little stale.
Yeah.
But if you weren't in the sun, it wasn't too bad. Like we've been to festivals like in June and July. And because Bonnaroo's always in June, it's like Tennessee, and it's just like swampy, and it's hot and humid.
Yeah.
So as part as festivals go, it's really not that hot.
Yes.
Like 80s. Yeah. You can, but it's still for the crowd that we draw. It's like it's a little cooler.
I didn't go on Sunday. I went to our church on Sunday for the 200th anniversary that we had for First Baptist Church in Danville. It was a fun time, great time. And
were you there from the beginning?
No.
Oh, okay.
I feel like my dad's been there for that many years.
He led the cornerstone?
He drove in the first nail in the church. But we had events outside after. We had like a potluck in Great Baptist tradition. Had some inflatables. We had so many casseroles.
So many casseroles.
Hash brown, broccoli, green bean,
squash.
Lee's famous recipe, catered the chicken.
Of course.
I mean, it was like
classic.
All the great things of my favorite meal rolled into one.
If you go 200 years back to the first opening, you would find the same food.
Same exact food.
That's great.
But we were outside after that. We played bocce ball. You ever play bocce ball?
I have not. What is bocce ball?
Bocce ball is basically, I would say it had to have been invented in the Great Depression.
Okay.
Because I could see this being a way where people didn't have any money, but we got to do something fun.
Okay.
So you have these two heavy balls, and there's there's 8 of them total. So you can play in teams of 2 or 4, 1v1v1v1, and you each have a set of heavy balls. And there's a lighter ball, and you throw the lighter ball out there as far as you want or as close as you want. You can throw it up against a hill, up against a wall, the terrain, the geography is what makes the game interesting.
Okay.
And then you take the heavier balls and you literally just try to throw the heavier balls as close to the lighter balls as you can.
Oh, can you hit it?
Yes, you can hit it.
Okay.
And if you hit the ball and it moves, then you play where the new ball lies. The ball lies.
Okay.
So we did that outside. And I got home that afternoon, and I was miserable because it was so hot. I was still in my church clothes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
I still
yeah.
had my khaki pants
Yeah.
on and my polo. I wasn't in shorts. And I went and laid in bed with the fan on and the AC cranking. I was like, I feel bad for those miserable people right now at Brass Band. Like, how are they stomaching this heat right now?
Well, you come prepared. You drink a lot of water that day. Like, I think where I worked that long shift Friday, I think I only used the restroom one time, but I drank like a whole 6-pack of Gatorade.
Wow.
Like, I didn't realize that until I got home, and I was like, oh.
That can't be good.
It cannot be good.
No, I better be drinking.
Yeah. So, but it was I mean, it's one of those things, like, you just know what you're getting into. So you have, like, the nice wicking clothes. It was funny. Okay, so Sunday, I got a call from a church that we've done here in Danville, and they were having some sound issues. And he was like, what do I do? And I'm like, I was literally driving my way into the Brass Band Festival, and I was like, I'm just going to pass your church. Like, instead of just trying to troubleshoot this over text message.
Yeah.
So I just whipped it in there. I came in my festival attire, though. So, like, short shorts, like, bright, like, highlighter, like, brass band staff, like, with a, like, tie-dye bandana. And I just walked in this church, walked up to the sound booth, hit some buttons, got it all working, walked
Got it
out.
done.
Yep. I was like, all right, this is the weirdest thing. But, hey, they were happy. I'm happy. You know, customer service. That's what we're about.
Hey, who are we featuring in this morning's Kentucky Music
So,
Preview?
we got the lovely Maggie Lander is our feature. She's going to be playing this Friday at the Burl along with Jocelyn and the Sweet Compressions.
Okay.
Jocelyn's going to be there. Of course, Maggie's a separate band, so she's probably going to be playing before Jocelyn. But that's going to be happening at the Burl this weekend if you want to go check them out. And then we're going to listen to her latest song, which is Lori's song.
Maggie Lander and Blake Jones in this song as well. Lori's song. Here it is in the Kentucky Music Preview.
I was adrift, I was broken. I hope that the Lord heard the words I had spoken. Picked myself up and carried on. Tried to make a new home. I was lost and out to sea till you came and rescued me like a bolt of lightning. You came and surprised me when I thought my story was told. A love so familiar of gold and silver. Stood there and watched it unfold. You were my blue sky and a bolt of lightning. It didn't take long, it sure took a lifetime. A heart
Lori's song, Maggie Lander and Blake Jones in the Kentucky Music Preview Spotlight today.
Yes, so Maggie plays a lovely fiddle, and she has an awesome voice if you want to check her out. This is featuring Blake Jones, like you said, of course. She has a lot of features on her songs, but she is just a wonderful person in general, and she's going to be playing at the Burl this Friday along with Jocelyn and the Sweet Compressions. If you're not looking into that, you can check out Wicked Peace. They're going to be playing June 10th, which I believe is Saturday. There at Al's Bar again. And then also there is, what did you say, Blind Fury in Rehab.
Yep.
Is at the Nook this weekend. Is
This Friday. In fact, we got a commercial coming up for it right now, so we'll find out more information in just a second about that.
Yeah, and then also you got Brett and Donnie. So Brett and Donnie, they've played here many times in Danville. They're going to be back at Gypsy Run this Friday, but I think I'm going to just... I think I'm just going to chill this weekend. No lie.
Yeah, I don't blame you. After a weekend like that,
yeah,
no, it's a chill weekend.
Yeah. I think I'm not going to do much this week in general. So, but you guys should check out some music.
Dusty with the Kentucky Music Preview.
Thank you, Joe.
Dusty, appreciate you being on.
No problem.
All right, coming up in the next 7 or 8 minutes or so, we'll have Ann Yeager. Been a couple of weeks since we talked with Ann Yeager. It's been Mary Stiff Hamlin in studio. It's been mom in place of daughter, so we'll have daughter back in studio this morning. Tuesdays with Stiff. It's coming up next right here on The Joe Show on 103.9 FM WHIR Danville News Talk Sports, and also live online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky WHIR. I mentioned the Nook. Here they are.
Yeah, what's up? It's your boy Blind Fury. Catch me Friday night, June 9th at the Nook. I will be sharing the stage with none other than my real good friends, Rehab. It's going to be an all-American Southern hip-hop meets country explosion. Doors open at 6 p.m. with Brad Harden and the Bedford Band. Dunn's Barbecue will also be grilling it up all day.
That's right, you heard it. Blind Fury and Rehab sharing the stage at the Nook Friday, June 9th. This will be a sold-out event, so get your tickets down. VIP packages are available at the Nook.
Is your heat or air conditioning acting up? Did you know new HVAC for your home no longer has to cost an arm and a leg? The HVAC outlet based here in Danville offers 2 and 3 ton heat pump complete change outs for $39.95 or as low as $100 a month. The HVAC outlet offers a 10-year manufacturer's warranty on all parts. Call them today, 859-209-1112, or swing by 308 Fackler Street in Danville. It's 859-209-1112. The HVAC outlet in Danville, servicing all of Central Kentucky.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall is pleased to invite you to the grand opening of the new state-of-the-art Chevrolet dealership this Tuesday in Danville on Maple Avenue. Mayor Atkins will be on hand with a chamber ribbon cutting and free Dunn's Barbecue available from 11:30 to 1:30, courtesy of Bob Allen. Come out Tuesday and visit the state-of-the-art new Chevrolet dealership of the Bob Allen Motor Mall in Danville on Maple Avenue with free food and fun, broadcast 11:30 to 1:30 live on Z105.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
Be a better recycler. Learn what you can take to the Boyle County Convenience Centers and Recycling Center. Download the new free app, Boyle County Recycling, for Apple and Android phones. The app features the Waste Wizard, where you can search any item and what to do with it. Also, play the sorting game. Download the app and be a better recycler for Boyle County.
Boyle County's our home, so let's keep it clean.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Kentucky unemployment for April set a new historic low of 3.7%. Even so, the retail section of employment continues to struggle to fill positions.
Retailers have bumped up pay over the last few years especially. But, you know, they're competing with other business sectors that are also trying to fill jobs.
Kentucky Retail Federation Public Affairs Director Steve McLean telling WKYT-TV retailers traditionally have a lot of job flow, making it difficult to keep positions filled. The family of Breonna Taylor wants to see the defeat of Daniel Cameron in the Kentucky governor's race.
Breonna Taylor would have been 30 years old today. Her fatal shooting by Louisville police in 2020 sparked nationwide protests, and an investigation led by Attorney General Daniel Cameron resulted in no state criminal charges related to Taylor's death. Tamika Palmer is Taylor's mother.
We didn't decide that Daniel Cameron didn't matter. He decided that we didn't matter.
That's good.
He decided that Breonna didn't deserve justice.
Palmer announced a statewide voter engagement campaign to defeat Cameron, the Republican nominee for governor. I'm Paul Miles.
The Kentucky Blood Center looking for more people to step forward and donate. KBC officials are saying they are hopeful that there are signs donations are returning to pre-pandemic levels after COVID caused such a significant drop-off. They still need more people to give blood and save lives. The Pikeville Donor Center is offering free tickets to Kings Island to people who donate blood today. UK baseball winning last night against Indiana. It's now on to the Super Regionals. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News.
Terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. Visit ISSA online for details.
Rachel, you look amazing. What have you been up to?
Thanks, Megan. I finally left the 9-to-5 grind and got certified as a yoga instructor by ISSA.
Wait, you're a yoga instructor now?
Yes, and I love it. I've been able to turn my passion for health and wellness into a business. It feels so good to be helping people improve their lives, and I basically get paid to look and feel great.
That's amazing. Was it hard to get certified?
No, ISSA makes it super easy. You can get certified in as as little as 5 weeks. And you do everything at your own pace and 100% online. And once you're certified, you do what you want with it. Start your own business, work at a studio, or just do it as a side hustle. Yoga instructors can make over $72,000 a year.
I need to check this out. How do I get started?
Just send them a text. It's free to get started.
Text START to 200-300 to get started today and be certified with the ISSA Yoga Alliance in as little as 5 weeks. Just text START to 200-300 right now to get started for free. Text the word START to 200-300. Text START to 200-300.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty.
Unlimited wash memberships are the best way to take care of your car. Save money and wash for as little as $1 a day at Car Express Wash. Free vacuums with every paid visit. Undercarriage blasters are available on all washes, family plans, fleet accounts, veterans and first responder discounts. Ask about their discount and loyalty cards. Car Express Wash, Danville Bypass, Big Blue Building.
Car Express Wash. Don't drive dirty. Car Express Wash.
With spring in the air, you're ready to explore the outdoors. Come park it in Kentucky. The Bluegrass State's 45 diverse parks offer everything you want in a spring vacation. Hike a forest trail, paddle clear water, enjoy a horseback ride, or simply sit back, take a deep breath, soak up the sights and sounds of nature. What could be better than that? Kentucky residents can enjoy more for less with discounted rates for the best outdoor adventure, camping, lodging, golf, and more. Go to parks.ky.gov.
The Bob Allen Motor Mall is pleased to invite you to the grand opening of the new state-of-the-art Chevrolet dealership this Tuesday in Danville on Maple Avenue. Mayor Atkins will be on hand with a chamber ribbon cutting and free Dunn's Barbecue available from 11:30 to 1:30, courtesy of Bob Allen. Come out Tuesday and visit the state-of-the-art new Chevrolet dealership of the Bob Allen Motor Mall in Danville on Maple Avenue with free food and fun, broadcast 11:30 to 1:30 live on Z105.
Hi, this is Jenny at the Danville Nutrition Center. Get ready for the great outdoors with our Rootology sinus and allergy support products. Or try our DEET-free, all-natural bug repellents that are safe for the whole family. We even have a natural bug repellent for dogs, which is specially formulated to repel mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and ticks. Enjoy the great outdoors naturally by visiting your locally owned Danville Nutrition Center, located on 4th Street next to Sears.
This Joe Show weather report is brought to you by...
It's brought to you by Coel Collision Center in Danville. They're on Lebanon Road. After a wreck, tell the tow truck driver take your vehicle over to the experts. Brent and Devin at Coel Collision Center, Lebanon Road in Danville. Sunshine, a high today 83, a low tonight of 59. Tomorrow, sunshine early, thunderstorms later, and a high of 71. About a half an inch of rain possible tomorrow. Good day, Thursday, sunshine and 76. It is 9:35 in the morning, and we are talking with Ann Yeager from Stith Funeral Home. Here's Jim Barman.
The following is a paid program.
Thank you there, Jim. And we welcome on to the show Ann Yeager. What's going on with Ann Yeager this morning? Hey, what are you laughing about? Stop it.
I can't figure out that.
Did you get him?
Yes.
All right.
But Dusty's laughing at me. And
Yeah, those
I was
headphones
laughing
are tricky.
I was laughing at me, and yeah, you got the good ones. All the
Well.
rest of us get these.
I mean, I'm the one that has to listen to myself 4 hours a
You
day.
do.
I deserve
it
the
is
good
your
ones.
job. You do deserve the good ones.
What's going on with Ann Yeager today?
So Mom last week talked about what happens when someone dies.
Yes.
So I thought I would continue that
Okay.
because people are always surprised that when someone dies, we're the people who show up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, and people always think it's like TV, that like a coroner or somebody else is going to show up and take the person's body.
Yeah.
They don't. It's us. It's me. It's Brian. It's Rick. It's my sister Sarah.
Yeah.
It's I don't know why. So I think that's interesting that people. I don't know if it's just because of TV, or just not knowing how it works. So it doesn't matter what time of day or night someone dies. Doesn't matter if it's first thing in the morning. It doesn't matter if it's 2 a.m. You would be amazed at how quickly I can get out of bed and go from sound asleep to dressed and walking out my door.
Wow.
Yeah, my record's like 11 minutes.
So, like, even if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
you still have to.
I still put this on.
Okay, I was going to ask. People would understand if you came out in like a hoodie and jeans, right? Like,
No.
it's
Not
still, it's still a
appropriate.
no for you.
Not appropriate.
Okay. See, I don't know.
Not
What-
appropriate.
You could
One
show
time-
up at
one-
my house in hoodie and jeans at 2 o'clock if you're there, and like,
I
you wouldn't
could not
bother me.
If something
wouldn't know the
happened to
difference.
one of your parents, I could not come pick up Brother Mathis. I could not come pick up Brother Tim. in a hoodie and jeans. That
But I
was
wouldn't know
so
the difference.
disrespectful.
I wouldn't know the difference.
So disrespectful.
But now that you've told me, now I know the difference.
Yes.
Okay.
No, that's not an option. No, but I mean, I wear black pants, a cardigan, or gray pants, and a black cardigan, and a shirt.
People probably think you sit around, never sleep all day long.
Some people, I have learned, yes,
waiting
there are
next to the
people
phone.
think that I do sleep. I can just get up and my body is trained to get up.
Yeah.
It's a problem, though, because in the middle of the night when something wakes me up,
Mm-hmm.
I go from 0 to 60. So if somebody wakes, if I get woken up, then I'm awake. My husband's like, go back to sleep. I'm like, it's not that
You can't, yeah. My body's trained to stay
I
up.
need to go do
Yeah.
something.
I understand how that would work.
I need to. So I go switch a load of laundry before I go back to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
That way I'm doing something.
Get something done.
Yeah,
You accomplish
I
something.
start a load of
Yes.
laundry and then I can go back to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
But
at what point, though, does the coroner show up?
the coroner comes so a couple of reasons. If there is a question about how someone died, so if someone has not, been to the doctor in the past 2 weeks and dies suddenly at home,
Okay.
and you don't know why they died,
But how do they know if they've been to the doctor the last 2 weeks? Family?
well, the family knows. Whoever's there at the house with them.
Okay.
So, like, your wife knows if you've been to the doctor in the past 2 weeks.
So if
you just died in your sleep.
So if I drop dead right now.
Please don't. I don't know how to work.
Well, I'm
all the
just using
buttons.
this as an illustration.
Knock on wood.
This
okay?
all has to be on the live stream. That would be traumatic
That would
for a
be
lot of people.
terrible.
But like, if I just died,
And I don't know how to work the buttons to turn you off.
If I just died, would you call the coroner in?
Yes.
Okay.
If you just dropped all of a sudden, no, we call 911 first and we try to save you.
Yeah, don't
First
call
of
the
all-
coroner first.
First of all, we
No,
call 911
that's not the first step.
and we would try to save you first. First, try to save the person. Then, when the EMS they would take you to the hospital. But if they found you
Mhm.
lying here unresponsive, 911 was called, and 911 got here and said, "Oh, he must have passed out. He must have gone down some time ago. He is not alive.
No longer with us."
Then they would call the coroner.
Okay.
Dr. Eric Grant is our coroner.
Mm-hmm. But he's got deputy coroners.
Dr.
And Dr.
Hamner
Hamner just
and
won an
David
award,
Walden.
I saw. Yeah.
Dr. Hamner and Dr. Walden.
Okay.
David Walden and Dr. Hamner are our two deputy coroners.
Mm-hmm.
And so one of the three of them have the authority to pronounce you dead.
Okay.
So, or if there's some kind of suspicion or unexplainability or something like that, then the coroner's called in. The coroner can either take your body with him, or he can call me, and if he feels comfortable in how you died, then he will just call me, and then we will come pick you up.
Okay.
And we will take you into our care at that time. And so, I go out to houses. So a lot of deaths involving the coroner are at homes. But I've also been in fields and all kinds of places.
Mm-hmm.
And then we move the person onto our cot and take them back to the funeral home. So that's why sometimes you see me with 2 or 3 people, because it takes manpower, it takes people power to do that, and to make that happen correctly.
How long does it take the coroner to
release the person to me?
Yes, to let's say again in this very graphic illustration of me, morbid illustration of me dying, right? There's no foul play sign, so obviously something medical has happened to me. How long does it take him before he figures out what that medical issue was?
Well, it depends on what it is. He's a doctor, so he knows lots of things.
Okay.
So, he may know immediately by examining you what happened. If he doesn't, then he would order an autopsy. If he can't figure it out, or he feels like there's any other type of foul play and he has any question about your cause of death, then he would order an autopsy and your body would be sent to Frankfurt, to the state medical examiner's office, if there's any question about it. And then I would go and pick you up and then Frankfurt would call him and tell him when you were released, and then he would call me, and then I would go to Frankfurt and retrieve you from Frankfurt and bring you back to Danville.
I'm just trying to
So
figure out
that's how all that happens.
I'm trying to figure out the timeline. Like that would if
so sometimes it could take, so depending, so if someone were to die, okay, and just drop dead, but maybe they have a history of high blood pressure, they have, Dr. Grant also has access to all of the medical to like Ephraim's medical records, because he's also a doctor at Ephraim.
Yes.
So he can check your medical records, and God love Dr. Hamner for this. He was our coroner previously. He has done an amazing job at different times on checking people's medical records, and then doing things like ordering toxicologies or sending someone for an autopsy because he saw something in their medical records that made him question how they died. So that's where sometimes it takes a day or two and for me to actually have the person in my care.
Do you think that finding out how a loved one died, if it is sudden, that how much closure does that bring to a family member?
It gives peace of mind.
Yes, that they can kind of know this is what happened.
Right, and because you can't control those things. And it's very frustrating for some families. I had a gentleman who died a while back who the family was very frustrated because he didn't take care of himself. He didn't go to the doctor. He didn't do the things. He didn't take care of himself, and he ended up dying. And his family was heartbroken because they were like, why didn't he take care of himself? And they know why he died. He died in a hospital. They know exactly what happened to him. But they're very frustrated by why didn't he take better care of himself? That's a PS. Here's our PSA for the day. Take care of yourself. If something is wrong, go to the doctor. Get it checked out. If you have a weird pain, go get it checked out. Take care of yourself, if not for your sake, for the sake of your family, because they're the ones that have to deal with it. But that's the kind of thing, and they may know immediately. They may know immediately if you died with a, bottle of bourbon beside you.
Yeah, that
might be the cause of death.
Yeah.
If you died, there are lots of ways, but there are also lots of other things. Like you could have an aneurysm, or you could have there are lots of things that
uncontrollable things.
Right, that
you couldn't do anything
you could
about.
have every test in the world, and it still couldn't save you.
Yeah,
that's why I explain. Death is a God thing. He's the one that can say when we're going to die.
Yeah.
So that's that's also hard for people because sometimes if people die like at UK or other hospitals out of town, they don't call me immediately. They also, at the time of death, if you die in a hospital or a nursing home facility, CODA has to be contacted. CODA is Kentucky Organ Donor Association. Okay? And that is a federal law that they have to be contacted every time someone dies, and then they have to talk to the family before the person is released to me. So that's another thing that I had come up not long ago. A family was at the hospital. They expected me to come and get their loved one, because that's what's always happened, is that I have come to their house or come to the hospital. Well, he hadn't been ruled out by CODA, so CODA told the hospital to put the man in the morgue. Well, the family was expecting my cot to show up and him to be wheeled out with me. And so I had to explain to them that no, he will not be released until he is released from CODA. Well, he had lots of medical issues, so the wife was like, and you can't take, let me also explain about CODA. Kentucky Organ Donor Association. Prior to death, they can take your live organs, your heart, your lungs, your kidneys. And like for me, that's very important, that if I can be kept alive and I can donate any of those, donate them.
Yes.
Okay? After death, the only things they can generally take are your corneas, your skin, and your long bones. Maybe some heart valves, possibly. But you have to be in a certain amount of a certain type
condition.
of health. Yes. So, but they have to talk to the family before that happens. There's a process to it. So people don't get released to me immediately. And in that case, the family wanted him released immediately, and they knew that they couldn't take, because he had issues with all of those things, including screws in his legs. So they just told CODA, you don't want any of his stuff. He doesn't have the stuff to give.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to give.
He doesn't have the things to give.
Yeah.
And so they declined CODA, and they went ahead and had him released to me.
So
that's an option, but families don't know. That families don't realize, and it's especially hard now because people don't answer random phone calls. So I try to make sure families know, and I try to tell them, you're gonna be expecting a phone call or a text from CODA. You have to answer that before they will release to me.
So for those who are organ donors and donating live organs, they basically...
You have to be kept on life support.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. You have to be kept alive by machines.
Yes, because they have to get your numbers right before they can. They call it harvesting the organs.
And I would think it's a very select group of people that are able. I mean, like, you wouldn't want, like, just because a guy or a lady is being kept on a machine, but they're 80 years old, like, you wouldn't want an 80-year-old's heart, right? Like, they have to be within a certain age.
Well, and they also, their numbers, all of their numbers have to work. So all of their all the things that get run when you're at the doctor. Like, do you have diabetes? Do you have
blood type and all of that?
All of those things come into play with it. So there's more to it than just that in that respect.
With Ann Yeager from Stiff Funeral Home. And talking with us today on Tuesdays with Stiff, I have a question for you, Ann Yeager, from Ask a Funeral Director.
Okay.
And we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll come back and ask you that question. 65 degrees, nice breeze blowing through the magic window in studio at 9:47 on this Tuesday morning in Danville.
Summertime, 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 summertime.
We're all ready for some summertime fun and at a big deals price. Go to Beach Band Park and Splash Lagoon Water Park with admission tickets just $25 at Big Deals online store at hometownlive.net. They're determined and dedicated to providing safe, clean fun for all guests this summer. Beach Band has rides for everyone in the family, including the nationally recognized Kentucky Rumbler wooden roller coaster. There's the whole family ride, the Wet Adventure down the Whitewater Express. And there's plenty of fun at Splash Lagoon Water Park. A day of summer fun, plus included with your admission ticket, you get free parking, free sunscreen, free tubes, all at Beach Bend Park in Bowling Green. Just a 2-hour drive away, so get ready to pack up and go to Beach Bend Park with admission tickets just $25 for a full day of fun in the sun. Go to hometownlive.net and click on Big Deal.
So shop now, buy now.
Also, Pioneer Playhouse tickets now available.
This is Jimmy from the Parthenon Greek American Eats. Enjoy a glass of wine, beer, or your favorite cocktail with your fresh cooked meal made to order. Have you tried our delicious ribs, fish, steak, or salads? We have the best gyros in the region. Only accept the best. Grecian Delight Gyros. Find us at danvillegreek.com or Facebook. That's at the Parthenon Greek American Eats in Danville in the Greenleaf Shopping Center, where fresh is our best ingredient.
Parthenon Greek American Eats, dine in or take out. Fresh from our family. ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
Are you ready to spring into summer? Make sure your HVAC system is too.
That's right, Kevin.
This is Chastity,
Haley,
and Kevin at ADA Heating and Air.
Give us a call at 859-519-6382.
Or check us out online at adaheatingandair.com to schedule maintenance on your HVAC system.
ADA is on the way.
ADA Heating and Air. ADA is on the way.
DNC Small Engine Repair. We repair all types, brands of mowers, weed eaters, chainsaws, blowers, pressure washers, virtually anything with a 2 or 4 cycle engine at DNC Small Engine. We pride ourselves in getting your equipment fixed right the first time and back to you within days, not weeks or months. We even offer pickup and delivery. All work's guaranteed. You have my word on that because I'm the owner, Doug Coulter. Come see us at DNC Small Engine Repair on 1125 Stanford Avenue. Call us at 859-209-2615. 209-2615. Service is always in season.
Wow, Tricky's Car Wash is ready to make your vehicle look its very best. Tricky's Car Wash behind Smart Lube off South 4th Street. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 7, and on Saturdays by appointment. Pickup and delivery service is available. 583-0560. Wash only $15. Wash and interior $25. Wash plus wax plus interior $50. And full detail, talk with Tricky. Tricky's Car Wash, 430 Bay Street, 583-0560, right behind Smart Lube off South 4th. Tricky's Car Wash.
Would you like to receive a free gift? Refer a friend or family member to Farmers National Bank and receive your free gift. It's simple. Visit the bank's website at fnbky.com. And when your friend opens a Farmers National Bank checking account, you receive a free gift. Stop by a Farmers National Bank office in Danville, Bergen, Harrodsburg, Junction City, Lancaster, Liberty, Middleburg, Perryville, and Stanford. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Listen to WHIR online at hometownlive.net, powered by Kentucky, YMAX.com.
All right, it's 9:51 in the morning. We are with Ann Yeager from Stiff Funeral Home. She's in studio this morning.
I'm here.
You are here.
I'm here.
All right, here we go. This is a question from Ask a Funeral Director. And I'm sure you have dealt with this multiple times throughout your career.
What is it?
All right, so here we go. This person says they just had one of their coworkers pass, and I, as in this person, am supposed to do the cremation tomorrow. You just have a lot of feelings right now. Any way to deal with those feelings. And so I guess what he or she is saying is, you know, look, I knew this person. Maybe I was close to this person. Now I've been entrusted to do their arrangements or their cremation. How do you deal with that? You know, this is a small town. You know everybody here.
All my coworkers.
Yeah. So how do you deal with those emotions of seeing someone and you've known them for a long time, talk with them, had great conversations with them, call them a friend or family or loved one, and now you're dealing with their arrangements?
Well, so who's going to take care of them better than me?
Okay, great
Someone who
point.
knows and loves them.
Yeah.
And so that's how it is that I just feel it's a great honor. I had one person ask, he said, I don't want you to see me naked. I said, don't worry, I don't want to see you naked either. And it's not like that. So like everybody at the funeral home, if someone is naked, they're covered. Everyone has a sheet and a blanket over them. And even during the embalming process, they have towels over them. They have a towel over this area. Well, you can't see. Over their privates.
Their hips.
Yes. And then women also over their chest.
Okay.
So people are covered all the time because I don't want to lie around naked. So I don't want anybody else to lie around naked. It's just that simple.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm kind of a prude when it comes to that stuff.
Okay.
So when it comes to taking care of people, it's much easier for me when I know them because I know how they wore their hair. I know that was actually one of the hard things lately. I had a gentleman who I'd never seen without his hat on. And so I didn't know how his hair went. I didn't know if did he part it? But I'd never seen him without a cap on.
He always wore a hat.
He always wore a hat. I was like, I don't know what to do with his
Like
hair.
you've never seen me with shoes on. So like, what type of shoes does Joe wear?
I know. I would tell your family, like, you need to bury him in his socks because
You need to ask me. Yeah. What are we doing here?
He doesn't
with us?
really wear his shoes if he has
Never
his
seen 'em.
choice.
Yeah.
But you should put him in some of his fancy socks and some of his loud socks. But no, but it's not it's difficult because I'm going to miss the person. All of the people that I have worked with, of course, we have taken care of, and some of them I've known my whole life. Bob Souders, I knew his daughter used to babysit for me, so I ran around his house as a child, and then he worked with us, and so as hard as it is, it would be harder if I weren't taking care of him.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
And, I knew how Bob wore his hair.
Mm-hmm.
I knew what needed to be in his pockets. I knew he needed to make sure and have some mints or some Werthers in his pockets because that's how he was every day.
Yeah, what better person to have take care of you than someone who knows you?
Who knows you and
personally.
cares about you already. Because, it's just, it makes... It is, and those are my emotions, and that person's funeral isn't about my emotions. So that's the thing that I have to be careful of, is not imposing my emotions onto someone else. So, I cry to my husband. If you ever see me driving between here and Lexington, I cry in my car sometimes, and that's just how I let it out.
Here's a second question for you, Ann Yeager. Interesting story here. A delivery truck from my funeral home's primary casket provider had stopped by earlier today to drop off a poplar casket for a service 1 week from now.
Okay.
I was in the apartment above the funeral home where I live when I heard a huge bang outside. It was then I saw from my window the delivery person had accidentally dropped the casket off the truck lift, missing the church trucks completely. I walked into the office to notify a director what just happened, and then proceeded downstairs to talk to the delivery person. By the time I exited the building, they had already lifted the casket back into the truck and left without notifying the staff of their error. Luckily, the replacement is already scheduled for tomorrow, plenty of time to spare. Strangely enough, I've been terribly concerned if they're going to be fired for dropping about a $2,500 casket, and merely made this post to ask if any insiders may know the likely fate of this poor soul. Do casket
delivery
guys get fired for dropping caskets? Or is the worst mistake he made the fact that he just left without telling the funeral home what had happened?
I mean, if he didn't tell anybody at the funeral.
He didn't tell them. He just left. They were expecting the casket delivery. He was there, dropped it, and then he just left without telling anybody.
See, that's hard for me because I don't know what that's like, because our guys always come in and get us. And we have to open the garage door for them to be able to deliver. So I don't know how somebody there had to have been like opening a door for them or showing them where to put the casket. And we have to sign for and we inspect every casket that comes in to make sure that it doesn't have any defects or anything like that.
That it hasn't been dropped in the past.
Right.
Yeah, broken when you open it up.
Exactly. That it hasn't been. Now, I did have a casket from a third party, an internet casket that came in that was delivered to us. Now, by law, I have to accept those. Only the family can refuse it. Mm-hmm. And thank goodness I had called the family and had them come to the funeral home just to check it before they accepted it. And when we opened it up, there had obviously been someone else inside that casket who had fluids that had leaked.
Oh.
Yeah. It was
That's awful.
It was terrible. So, but luckily I had the family there so they could tell the driver, no, we don't want this casket.
No. You're just putting this back in the back of your truck.
Right. But that's also what you deal with buying internet caskets, is that I can't, by law, I can't refuse them for you. You physically have to be at my funeral home when they arrive to inspect and say yes or no to it. So that's kind of the hard part about it, because it's not one of my providers. So,
well, there you go.
It's a weird law that.
Yeah.
But so I try to make sure and help my families out on that if that's what they want. But I haven't found one yet that saved a family any money. So
you might as well just order through.
Yeah, I can get you all the same things. Yeah.
Okay.
By the time you ship it in here and all that kind of stuff, it always ends up costing the same as mine. So
236-2113.
Yep.
Is the phone number for Stith Funeral Home. Very quickly, do y'all have another lunch and learn planned? I know there are some questions about taking some of the summer months off.
Yes. So we take the summer months off because we feel like everybody's busy, and we have something planned for the fall, but I don't know what the date is. I'll have to ask Lana.
Well, we're still a couple months away from that. I just didn't want one to be sneaking up on us this month.
But we are planning them right now for the fall. We have I have a church group that's coming in to tour the funeral home this summer.
Okay.
Maybe like next week. I need to look at my calendar.
Do Church Street, they just come in and tour the funeral home?
Yeah, like I have a group from a church that it's part of their aftercare. They're part of their bereavement program at church.
Okay.
So they're coming in and I'm doing a program for them, and they wanted to come see the funeral home and see caskets and that kind of thing. So they're coming to do a field trip at the funeral home.
with an old the senior adult group.
No, it's like the care committee at church.
Oh,
so like the ones that do meals.
Okay,
and
the bereavement.
Yes. I'm saying bereavement, but I think they call themselves the care. They call themselves something else.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what the
care committee sounds good to me.
Yeah,
Jaeger,
but you know what I mean. The ladies who take care of the things.
If it's a Baptist church, it's definitely a committee. There's no doubt about it. It's the care committee.
You know that they take care of the things.
Yes, they're the ones that do all the meals after someone in the church dies.
Or like bring stuff to your house and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they're coming in. That group is coming in this month. So if your church group or organization wants me to come speak, I'll come speak about green burials, about insurance, about all the things. You just tell me what you want to know about, and I'll be happy to. Or if you want to come take a field trip at the funeral home, we'll do that too.
And Jaeger was to the funeral home. 236-2113 is the phone number.
Call me if you have any questions.
Appreciate
Love on
you
your
being on.
people, and have a great day.
There you go. Kentucky Sports Radio is coming up next. I'm back with you tomorrow morning, dark and early, right here on The Joe Show on WHIR, Danville News Talk Sports.